Bearded lady.
Helga.
Helga.
Why did
Hello.
we go live there?
And welcome everyone to another session.
It
of
was
Fort
right
Bluff,
after.
Curse of
Okay, okay,
Strahd,
okay.
D&D, with your favorite people in the entire world and Round Frog. This week,
What the fuck? I know my webcam looks like shit, DB, but you don't have to treat me like it.
everybody make fun of Round Frog's webcam. No, please
No,
don't do
I'm trying to fix it.
that.
I need
This
more
week,
dynamic lighting.
the party have managed to conquer Yester Hill and prevent a dread ritual from taking place. They fled the proximity of Yester Hill, knowing that Count Strahd von Zarovich was on his way to oversee some kind of offering made in his honor that very evening. The party moved up the Lunar River, attempting to find this Temple of Secrets that Barham has heard tale of that might lead them to the Temple of Argynvostolt, where a silver dragon seems to still be, along with an ally that can aid your cause in finally ridding Barovia once and for all of the presence of Count Strahd.
Yeah.
After a bit of an issue with some of the local flora and fauna along the banks of the River Luna, the party awoke the next morning and were alerted by the wolf boy Callum that Strahd was close indeed, and that his scouts were scanning everything around Yester Hill in an attempt to locate the party. He was finally tired of playing games, and it was time to bring them to his own perverted sense of justice. But the party managed to make it to the Lunar River crossing and go over the bridge and make it to the Solenka Pass, which is the gate which once upon a time had marked the boundary of Barovia and is now home to undead creatures. Creatures which the party were surprised by in a snowbank and are currently fighting as we speak.
Dun dun dun.
Move us to our current battle screen and also play some battle music.
Yes.
This might be loud. I can turn it down.
Woo!
Is that too loud?
You might want to turn it down a little bit.
All right.
I can hear the thought.
Luna music.
Is that better?
Sing! My angel of music.
I can turn it down on my end too.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I think.
I had to turn it down on my computer as well.
Okay. Here, I'll
yeah, because I can just turn it down on my computer and it's fine.
gotcha. All right. That should be reasonable. When last I checked, it was going to be Crane's turn first.
my
Crane
turn?
had just finished misty stepping backwards out of the reach of the ghouls that were flanking either side of the pass itself. When you notice past Erron, past a giant brown bear that's blocking most of the way, that you, and past Barham, there is a figure who has walked out of the tower. They are very odd looking amongst all Barovians. Their skin is more tanned, and there also appears to be many sets of tattoos covering them from their neck all the way down to their body. And they seem completely unfazed by the presence of the snow and the cold. They're wearing very little, just what appears to be a robe, a simple scholar's robe that doesn't even do much against the building snow around you here on Mount Gakis.
Yes.
And on to this, I must figure out what to do, Mr. Crane. Looks like Gwyn will be next. So make sure you have your turn ready.
Never. Got my boys out there already, so we good.
This is... Yeah, that's my zombie, right?
This is your zombie. You have one protecting you. You have another one up here that I don't think you can see anymore.
This is her.
But
If
his
I
last...
click on the zombie, it displays everything I can't see. That might be an issue.
that might be an issue.
Oh.
What you see?
I'm just gonna move up. I'm just gonna move up I'm just gonna move forward a bit
Okay.
and have my zombie come up behind me
Never a good idea.
and tell my. Oh, actually, now I can see this big goopy boy.
There's a big
So-
goopy boy.
I don't know why I'm pinging myself. Ignore that. Ignore the pings. They're not there. Which one is it?
See if there's something I can do about his unlimited vision.
Unlimited power.
Okay.
Bro, my back be hurting today. I'm not old.
Uh-oh.
I'm old as
I just
fuck.
too. My hand hurts too.
I know from what.
Yeah, we're gonna cast chill touch on the big boy.
What is happening?
I'm working on it still.
Ooh. Oh, everything's
That's
a
the
little...
same one.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Right now,
Ooh.
as we speak.
That's on this boy.
I used to do
Okay.
that with my iPad when I was making those memes.
So,
You have hit.
okay.
I'd be really
Oh.
shocked if you didn't.
Bam.
I'm doing too good of a job.
Sheesh.
Alright. A
Okay.
ghostly hand descends out of the air and plops upon the odd, goopy body of the skin of the ghoul, which has come back to life around the body of the slain creature. And it is not
That's what the
dead
music made
yet,
sure to do.
but it seems close. Its structure is falling apart. What is going on?
TV dance.
I'm going to. Okay, now I'm gonna tell the zombie that's like over here somewhere
Okay.
to try and attack the blob.
Okay,
Smack him.
He would have to disengage from the ghoul that's still in front of him.
Oh, there's a ghoul in front of him. Okay, then I'll just have him attack whatever in front of
I
him.
figured he would
Cool.
want us to go for
I'm enjoying this music, dude.
Me too.
that. That is a miss.
Sad face. Okay.
Wow,
You
Coochie
guys are
Man.
enjoying.
I just got
Oh,
ignored.
damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be my
Straight up
turn.
ignored.
Straight up
Alright.
ignored. Okay.
That is Crane's turn. It is now the enemy's turn before we get to Gwen.
You said Gwen next.
That's why I said you need to have your turn ready, but they are next. One of the ghouls is going to attack Crane's zombie. Let's bite.
No.
Work.
Get out of
Oh
here.
my god. Nice.
That's a
Good
lot.
start. Good start.
Plus -2, +2, +2.
Okay. The odd goopy boy. Oh, is that him?
He has arrived.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you feeling?
No, everyone is dying around me.
I just got out of the shower because I got too cold.
Bubby,
Oh,
you better
no.
take some Advil right now.
I already took some.
Did you take Tylenol too?
Noodle,
I,
kill
t-
your.
I took some
kill your
PM
window.
thing.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
Thank you.
Boom.
Alright, hold on. Musical heads real quick.
Ooh.
I'm just straight up vibing. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
I'm vibing,
Oh
dude.
god, I messed everything up. It's okay.
I'll add more songs to the playlist, but I picked
It's
like
good.
the best couple that I could find from this battle list and
Shit.
Like I said, she's straight up vibing.
When the headphones fall off because you're vibing so hard.
relatable. That's our social media manager for you. Hashtag relatable.
Dude, did you see
Please,
it?
please go report twitch.tv/roundfrog for inappropriate Twitch content.
Who's the social media
Do
manager?
the fuckboy. Fuckboy face.
Who's this?
Okay,
Why
we good.
could you said hey noodle giggles?
Oh.
Everyone has been sliding in a new
Alright,
video.
Tech Bug, are you ready to jump right in?
Fucking hilarious.
score.
These two have their own turn, and it is their turn. This person's turn is not yet.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Blink
Okay.
twice for you understand. I've already rolled this guy because I suck. But this guy still has his turn.
I was gonna say this isn't looking too hot so far for you.
Well, I started off the day with a nat 1, so
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
I don't know if this music was a good idea. Frog is just
Jam.
all I can hear is Frog, like,
I'm having
All
a
I can
good
hear is some
time.
music.
So I'll just do
Yeah, it's pretty loud
D1.
still.
I just turned it down too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because everyone has volume control of it.
Yeah,
And I
the-
keep turning it down and Frog keeps
Oh.
turning it back up.
Oh yeah, I keep turning it down too.
I swear to God, I have not messed with
Who
it.
turned it up?
DB?
I have not. It's individualized. I don't think anybody has global control.
No, I literally just watched it go bloop bloop.
Gwyn, why did we roll a
Kanani turned it
D4?
I did.
Oh,
I didn't
'cause
do
you
that.
clicked on the brown
I
bear.
was like, I didn't
did,
do
yeah.
that shit.
All right, what are you slamming?
I'm slamming turtle. That was
Alright,
to
turtle.
decide who I hit.
Roll the attack.
I have 2.
12 on turtle. 23 on turtle. Mr. AC,
23
Turtle.
hits.
23 hits.
Mr. AC,
Mr. President,
Mr. AC, can I get you?
Keep out of
Can I
comment
get
this
you in the
time.
earphones?
6 bludgeoning damage on Kel.
Yes.
Nice. This is what mere mortals feel when they get hit with attacks. Pain.
He's like, so this is pain.
All right, that is all of the and other enemy attacks, but Gwyn and Barham and Errol are able to see, because of their positioning, another creature at the top of the cliff, what appears to be an armored skeletal warrior taking up position on the rim.
Y'all hear this
Oh,
Mega Man
man.
2 ass shit?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Oh, I need to turn this one down.
I said y'all hear this Mega Man 2 ass shit?
All right. Yeah. For some reason, every song has its own volume, so until every song plays, I have to go through and turn it all individually
go.
down. I
Oh,
thought it
okay.
was all one playlist, so
Oh.
it's in not global. The next big update on Foundry, the website that we're using, is targeting audio controls, so hopefully
Nice.
that will be fixed next time. But for now, when I turn the playlist down, I also have to go and turn every single individual song down. All right. Skeleton
Who am I
Warrior has
after?
shown up.
Who do I go after?
Aaron.
Okay.
Right now it's Gwyn's turn.
Okay.
Yay! Me turn?
Your turn.
I can't hear music. Is there actually music playing?
There
Yeah,
is
didn't you
some-
turn it down on your
definitely
actual
music.
computer?
Yeah, but like I didn't turn it down very far.
Like, I can hear it perfectly fine.
I can hear it on my tablet.
It's not coming through.
I'm
on
vibing.
me. Hang on, I'll take my turn and then I'll reload the page.
Okay.
Someone just stick their mic next to their speaker so Frog can hear it.
I'm on
So
it.
Frog
There you
can
go.
vibe with us.
I'm gonna have my hyena. No, he's attacking these guys.
Hyenas are a little
Skeleton dude
busy.
is just
The person-
gonna chill. Boneless. Can I get up?
Frog, please.
Boneless.
Focus.
Can I attack? No, let me attack this one. Wait, is this boneless or is this?
No, that's a tentacle. That's boneless.
How dare you call my tentacle boneless?
I mean, it is boneless.
boneless tentacle.
It
Okay,
is
let me
boneless.
attack that bitch with my
cephalopod.
hyena.
Okay.
Boop. Choop. 9.
Miss.
That is a miss.
Okay, I'm gonna use
Other
this
hyenas?
hyena to attack this man.
Okay.
because I can see the pings but not the tokens.
We're just gonna have to. Oh,
14?
I want to hit.
Yeah.
there's some people quiet.
No, I'm asking. I'm
12.
asking. Just because of the music, I want to make sure the music isn't overpowering on the stream.
The
That's what I
hyena
was trying to
tears
kind
into the
of down.
goose flesh and he is dead again.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna attack this guy with my bear.
Okay.
No, please. Multi-attack. Point. Chomp. Mrs. Chomp.
Oh,
Ooh.
roll another d20.
Phew!
Oh god.
Excuse me. Oh
Just
god.
regular.
Just a regular d20.
Or 2
I
d20s.
don't know why I did
2d20s?
2. I don't know
Well,
why that
okay.
happened.
She attacked again because she has multi-attack. But that should have been a claw attack.
No, you
But
said
then it's just a d20. Alright, go ahead and make your claw attack.
okay.
Let's see if anything
Because
else
I
happens.
literally typed in roll 1d20 and it did 2. I don't know why that
That
happened.
is odd.
Are you
Oh
fucking
my gosh. Roll another flat
Hello,
d20.
everyone. I am here.
drama, people.
Oh,
kidding? No, it's already happening.
Okay. I have logged this double one for future use.
Oh no!
There will be a
no.
consequence, but it will show up later. Meanwhile, as it's no longer Gwyn's
What
turn,
have I done?
the
already?
other ghoul's skin peels away from its body and forms another pool of undead flesh that begins to wail upon the hyena and the zombie.
Ooh.
Well,
Aaron, it's your turn.
I can't hear this music.
Uh.
What the fuck? Oh, there it goes. Oh shit!
I will attack. I will attack. I don't think I can ping. That's sad.
Aw,
My
No
tentacle
pingage.
is going to. My tentacle is going to attack the boneless that's in front of it.
this one? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so let's see.
Yo, this really does
Oh,
sound
this
like
manual.
Mega Man.
Mega Man has good music. I don't know what you
It
guys
does.
feel.
I love old school Mega Man, dude. Great music.
Gosh,
Great ass
this
music.
keyboard is so tiny.
This keyboard
That's
is-
probably a miss.
Yeah.
I-
yes, it is music.
I guess I will then use my first attack to. You know what you have to do, tech bug.
Push the
It
button.
is
tech
time.
button.
Push.
Ugh.
Oh,
Uh,
shit.
does he have damage?
very wise.
Does he have damage on it already or no?
Oh, it is damaged.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
damaged
quite
from
damaged.
Are you talking
I
about the
see.
one over
Okay.
here?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That one's damaged, right? Okay. I just need
Yes.
to know which dice I need to roll.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay. So that one's gone. I'm going to move
Its
up.
flesh turns to ash.
I see the other one,
Mhm.
and I will. I do not know if it's damaged or not, so I'm just going to roll the same attack, or have it roll as well.
Okay. Please, Techbug, please. It
That's
makes
just a
sense.
tie. That's it. Makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
makes it.
That is my turn.
Right. Barum,
Yes.
just before
Oh.
you are able to make your action, you notice a raven land behind the skeletal figure that is up on the hill and hack at it with its short sword as it turns into a hybrid form.
Okay.
I'm just going to quickly make this attack while you continue your turn.
Good job. um. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Skeleton said hit.
Hit!
Why
I'm
did
hit.
it say hit?
I'm hit.
I was like, whoa! It's
That's weird.
zooming. It's zooming in.
He typed.
You do a type.
Oh yeah, I think you did the type.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to. Where is it? I'm going to inspire.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire Queen.
Oh.
Be
Lame.
inspired. You don't need it. You're a burr.
Inspire Gwen.
You're a bear.
Inspire Gwen. She's having shitty rolls.
You're a burr.
And
Get
That would
off that
fall on
fucking
deaf
game.
ears.
and Barum, you are still raging, just so you're aware.
Oh, can I do the bardic inspirations I'm while raging?
I believe you can bardic inspire
I
people, but you
think
cannot cast
so.
spells.
I can't. Okay.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
goodness.
Frog, please.
Ugh. You keep zooming. You keep zooming. Okay. Well, since I am
I had
raging,
to-
I'm going
I had
to
to
run
click on
over
me.
to. I guess I'll attack this bitch.
Okay.
And
This bitch.
this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give her a big old.
Damn,
smack.
DB rushing us tonight? I feel the rush right now.
I'm not rushing you guys. What are you talking about?
Into your arms, into the.
I take it that misses.
That is a miss.
That's an Ali and AJ song for the 2000s.
That a miss?
distances.
That is not a miss.
Yes. At least I hit one.
My
Oh,
controller's-
nice.
Okay, and +2 for it being while raging, because your rage bonus is +2.
Yes. I angry boy.
What? okay, there it is.
Angry.
Techbug took a lot more HP than I thought he was going to.
No.
I thought the wrong way.
Yeah. All right, Arm. Anything else?
Nope. That's my turn.
Okay, Kel, it's your turn.
Okie dokie.
Let's go, Turtle Man.
Since I
Turtle.
still. Oh god, how do I do this now? And I just roll this, since it's already used. Maybe I guess roll the violent something.
What are you trying to roll?
Flame blade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
15.
It hits.
Look at him being so fancy.
Oh god.
That's
Woo!
that's a chunk of damage.
Whoa.
Right.
Nice, sir.
That works.
Okay.
That's good. Little poison spray.
Poison.
Now I don't think you get 2 attacks in one turn because the poison spray is also an action. Do you have a
Oh,
feature
I
that
might
lets
have.
you hit and use a spell in one turn?
Nope. Probably
Okay.
not.
Yeah, you either attack with the flame blade or the poison.
I was
spray.
thinking other things. Okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'll still take it.
That was a decent sized chunk of hit, man. All right, Kel, are you done?
Yeah.
All right. Techbug. It is the priest's turn. Yeah.
Spook.
Let me look for a moment.
Has to think about who he wants to kill.
Yeah. I see. Did you just type something, DB?
Hmm?
Did you just type something?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I saw that shit. I saw
Go for the boy in the back, he says.
that. No, remember it's Gwyn drama. I fear.
Right. And she's already rolled. She already rolled 2 1s in a row.
I'm
so,
not
you
doing
know.
so hot today, dude. I'm really not having it. I'm straight up not
Impossible
having a good
drama.
time right now.
Wrong. I'm straight up not having a good time.
I'm straight up not vibing, actually. I was vibing, but now I'm not vibing.
Techbug, I know your throat's feeling a little raw. Would you like me to help describe the actions taking place?
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
Okay.
You do know what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to
Oh.
do this.
Let's see it.
We're
The
about to.
priest analyzes
sad.
the situation before her and takes action. She reaches out and touches one of the tattoos on her arm.
Oh.
And as she does, the tattoo disappears. And a shadow pushes out from her and surrounds the bear.
The bear.
Bear.
How did I fucking know?
The
What
bear.
the fuck?
The bear.
Oh no.
It's a
I am just a bear, please.
I grabbed the bear.
grab the bear. Oh.
Tekla, go make the shadows attack first, because this is going to make a difference to what the priest is going to want to do with the rest of its turn.
The shadows attack. The first one or the second one? The second one, right?
I think I would do the first one, because the second one's a bonus action.
Is it? So you're talking about this one, right?
No, because that's the priest. I'm talking about the shadow, the thing that just appeared with
Oh, my bad.
with bear. That's okay.
Oh, I see. I wasn't looking at that. Oh, this is much different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
All right, roll with advantage.
So we do it in the
22 hits.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Gwen, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage for the double
Okay.
ones. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage on the strength drain, Tekla.
That's not bad.
But it's not
That's
enough.
bad.
Yeah. So you needed to hit an 18 in order to succeed the concentration check, because it's normally 10 plus the damage. What has happened is, as a result of you stumbling and falling on the attack that you made, you've lost concentration on your spell, which in this case is Conjure Animals.
No!
And the 2 hyenas disappeared
Oh my-
and you missed.
Okay. Fucking bastard.
Now the priest can make her action. She lashes out with her ruined dagger at Barum. Oh,
Got
however,
him.
She lashes out.
yeah, really. Like,
She trips on the ice.
This is the episode known as the
Wait,
Night of
what?
Ones.
Why did
I
I
think
roll?
Tech Bug rolled a d20 on your character instead of on priest.
Oh, okay. I was
that
like,
always gets me.
what?
Okay. She does have, yeah, multi, so you can do it again.
They're what?
And she does.
14?
Ah, I get it.
Yeah, that like just hits.
All right, roll the damage.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. One moment, I hit the wrong
Wait,
button.
I'm paralyzed. I just read
Yes.
the description. of that.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
That's not good.
We about to get fucked up by this priest, dude.
Barum is also paralyzed.
8 damage.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can
You go
find-
flipping backwards, head over heels like in Skyrim.
Something like that.
the lockstep thing that they have. Yeah. All right. That is the priest's turn. It
Great.
is now Crane's turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Well, you know, I'm
It
a
is your
little
turn.
concerned about this, Sorry, I'm quickly reading one.
Question
this
about
one
being
is so
paralyzed.
bright.
You know, we're just gonna
Does
cast this on
being
the
paralyzed?
priestess.
So am I not able to like? I'm not able to attack either,
Paralyzed.
or can I just not
specifically.
move?
Yeah, let me find it for us.
Wait, let me make sure that's. Oh, I did not mean to move my character there.
Can't
Make sure
move
that's
or
right.
speak.
Perfect. Within range.
So if the spell you are attempting to cast requires speech, that's listed as a V requirement on spells, vocal. You cannot cast that spell.
Okay.
Tara. Sorry, do you hear my cat?
Oh,
no,
and
I
you
don't.
can't take actions or reactions, period.
Okay,
'Cause it
so
also
I
counts
just
as
can't do
incapacitation.
anything.
Right.
So.
Unfortunate. All right, Crane, what are you doing?
Not great.
I cast blight.
No.
The target is a plant creature. Okay. So the creature of your choice in range is the priest.
Yes.
All right, make the saving throw. Checkbook on the priest. And it is not a plant. Oh my gosh.
What is happening tonight?
This is not good.
Shit.
So
Doesn't that mean
No,
he
this
rolls it as a
no, that's
critical
good
hit?
for me. So
I don't
roll damage.
think- I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I don't
we-
think that counts as crit. Did it count?
Well, maybe we should have.
No,
it-
we
have
we
it
home
giveaway
we
for
home ruled it with Toll the Bell. When if the opposing rolls a 1, it counts as a critical hit, or at least that's what we did
Do
with
you
my
wanna
Toll
stick
the
with
Bell.
I like it.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
Roll a critical
16
hit.
D8 AB. Holy
Oh my lord.
What the fuck did Crane just do?
He just used his first 4th level spell. That's what he just did.
Holy shit!
And he got a crit on it.
Oh my god!
The
Welcome to
priest
Spellcasters.
is standing there and seems confident. It looks like that the cuts and the fact that you still outnumber the priest doesn't seem to phase it too much. But suddenly there's a word from Crane, and it makes the air fill with a powerful stench. And even the priest takes a step back in a gasp, as if, oh, there's another here. And then a black stench emerges from the bridge,
Stinky.
goes over his head, and latches onto the priest. And you watch as the priest's body completely withers away and crushes in upon itself with the necromantic energy, and it turns into just a husk, and it falls
Jesus fucking dead?
onto the ground.
Rod looks back. I thought my spells were powerful.
All right, go ahead and
Holy
roll that.
shit.
Roll that check bug.
Wow.
And then meanwhile, Crane, anything
That's
else?
fucking
Let's see,
Zombies doing something?
Zombies are just gonna. The zombie up front's just gonna attack the ghoul if it's still there, or the boneless or whatever is in front of it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make that attack while I try to bring up this thing.
Boneless.
Let me tell you what you need to roll, tech bug. But let me just find it real
Holy
quick.
shit, that was crazy.
Slam attack with the zombie onto the boneless. A
Boneless.
6,
pizza.
that's not gonna hit. Alright, so that's the zombie. The other zombie staying close by you, Crane?
Yeah.
Okay,
Until I move forward.
it's a D6 tech bug, and we'll enact that next turn, but okay. Got it. Alright, that's your sorry, that ends your turn, Crane?
Yeah.
Alright.
Crane's just going to look very
Pleased with himself, I'm sure.
He just snapped and she just died.
God. Fucking insane.
Wizards! He's finally made it! He's strong now!
Was your word that you said stimky to make her die? Stimk. Stinky lady.
Alright, Techbug, go
You
ahead and
look a
do
little
the
thirsty.
boneless and the skeleton's turn.
I say as Frog takes big sip.
This guy and
Correct.
this guy. Alright, I'm assuming that's on the zombie since that's close to him.
Yep.
That hits the zombie. Oh. He has some damage, and he has more damage. Oh no. Oh no. No. This zombie is not much longer for this world.
Oh no.
You feel your grip on this creature's unlife starting to loosen as it's being
There's
Oh,
the
crushed
funny.
God.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
against Claudia. Yeah, that definitely hits, so go ahead and roll damage. Claudia lets out a shriek of pain as the skeleton finds its mark. But she is still standing for now.
Okay.
Okay. Gwen,
Yes.
you still have the shadow to deal with. And it's your turn.
Indeed. I'm still in bear form, correct?
You are still in bear form. You can't lose concentration on wild shape, but you can lose concentration on the spells you cast before
Okay.
you use wild shape, which is what happened to your conjure animals.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna do it with the shadow thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna multi-attack him. What?
Not you, not you.
Oh, okay. I
Is
was
it poor
like,
Bluff?
which-
Yeah, it's Coochie's meme submission.
Oh
Of
dear.
course.
16?
Does a 16 hit the shadow? Yes, it does.
Sick. Remember my attacks are magical?
Yes, I do remember.
Remember? Remember?
Remember I have dark vision?
Mhm.
9.
And claws.
Pause. Fuck. 10?
Not enough.
No.
Damn. Okay.
We're like, no.
Okay, I guess that ends turn then. I'm not gonna leave the shadow because I'm assuming I'm like distracted by it, so.
Well, if you moved away from it, it would get an attack of opportunity as well.
Right, okay.
So it makes sense. Aaron, it's your turn.
Let's see here. I'm going to move my tentacle. Sadly, I have no control over it. I want to move it up to the skeleton and attack the skeleton.
Okay.
I have no control
Does
over
a
it.
cha-cha
sadly, so-
slide? it kind of, it's like the arm. My arm is like the tentacles.
Does a 10 hit it? Or wait,
Right up
no,
the
that's an
wall.
8. That's an 8. 8 misses
Coochie,
probably.
that
My
means-
camera angle's too wide.
Alright.
8 misses.
8 misses, so let's try the other thing. If I can't roll well, maybe Tech Bug can't roll well. Ah,
I cannot.
That is.
I cannot.
It turns out I cannot.
okay.
Okay.
So there's that, and then I'm going to.
The
Skeleton
skeleton
Use-
falls in a heap.
Okay, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on one on the shadow and one on the other boneless.
Oh,
So this is
okay.
the one for the shadow.
Splitting it.
Divide
That
and
probably
conquer.
misses the shadow.
Yep.
Yeah, and so this is the one against the boneless. That one hits. There's the damage for it.
Oh,
And
the
I
party has started.
believe, let me double check here.
If this creature is not
Check
on
my-
full hit points, it begins to hear bells in the background.
Yes, I'm going to
Bell time,
use
bitches.
Grasp of Hadar
Uh-oh.
to yank it 10 feet closer to me.
Oh,
She?
okay.
Yeet.
Well, okay.
So I can't see it, so I'm gonna guess. Wait, it just says 10 feet closer. It doesn't just say 10 feet. Too bad I just can't yeet it to the other side. That'd
Does
be
it
kind of
have
hilarious.
to succeed on a particular
It-
check?
Let me double check here. It says once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can move that creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to you.
As long as it moves over there. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, sadly, it's too bad. I was hoping it was kind of like I could just like yeet it wherever,
Like a,
but no, it has to be. It has to be towards me. Okay, so
I
it
saw
comes
that on
closer to
Coochie
me.
stream last time with the Spider-Man gameplay.
Yeah. All right. That is my turn.
Okay.
He did so much.
Amazing.
Claudia is going to leap down and try to take on the boneless, while Barum, it is your
I
turn.
can't do anything.
I was going to say, unfortunately, you cannot take any actions or reactions, but the paralysis does wear off. So at the end of your turn, you shrug it off and are able to regain control of yourself.
Yay, I can move. Enter.
Kel, it's your turn.
Okay. Guess we gotta beat up a shadow.
Go for it.
Oh, that does not hit. Hmm. Da.
Why are we sorrowful now, DB?
Hmm?
We're sad now.
Are we?
Yeah, this music.
Someone's gonna die.
Must be what it means.
You go,
Oh
Barum.
no. Oh
Oh.
no.
What?
Healing word on Barham.
My bonus action here, a 0.
Oh, yay!
Okay, my turn's
Wait,
over.
why is it?
Fucking rip.
Hold on.
Did
It's
you?
negative
-1.
one.
Negative.
Did you? What did you roll?
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier? Is your spellcasting off? Hold
My
on.
intelligence is 9.
Why is it? Wait, why is it intelligence? It's supposed to be
Oh.
wisdom.
You have an.
That's
there
the
we
only
go.
thing that.
Yeah,
I
you're a,
said.
okay. It should be.
Yeah, he's a druid.
It should be 5 HP because for some
Okay.
reason in his spellbook it's listed as intelligence, and he's not a very bright creature. But he does
He's
have a +4 to
torpor.
wisdom, which is what druids use. So 5 HP to borrow.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all I could do.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Kel finishes his turn. As Barham
Yay.
rises up, Barham notices something strange going on with the priest's body.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The body twitches
Ew, stop.
and moves, and then suddenly the head of the priest bursts, and the
Ew.
skull of the priest rises up out of the body, and it bursts into red flames. And you can see etched onto the top of the skull is the tattoo that the priest had in life as well. The priest is
Wow.
back up.
Good lord.
Alright, let me it's on here, but it has this much HP this time. And it has okay, let me find
What a
this real quick.
bitch.
All it needs to do is bleed
Bitch.
1 drop.
That's not there, so I need to find it in here. Ah, there it is. Let me move this real quick, Tech Bug, so you've got an actual creature instead of the fake one. Or a placeholder. There it is.
Yeah.
And it does start with a little bit less HP because of this trait, but this is your priest now.
That tiny skull is
What the
yours.
fuck is that?
Priest now.
Hello, I'm here.
He's like one of those shrunken heads from Voodoo.
Yeah.
Is it my turn to talk?
Hello!
It is the
Hello,
priest's
boy!
turn.
Hello.
So you get this guy and you get the shadow for this turn.
Don't do anything with the shadow, just trust me. Trust me.
He's gonna do something with the shadow.
He's gonna do something. What's he
He's just
gonna
got
do?
to.
Okay.
Oh no, do not do this.
This is on pirate.
Oh
Eat
no! Oh no!
Pirate boy? Aaron?
shit. The pirate. Yep.
Oh no!
Oh, it's not for me!
Oh.
Call an ambulance!
Alright, roll damage.
Good thing I'm not a
for me.
strength-based fighter.
Not for me.
Oof.
You are a life-based one.
Actually, that might be a problem. What happens if my
the-
strength?
Roll the d4, Tech Bug, as well. Gwen, you reduced your strength, right, by that d4 earlier?
No, I did not. I did not know I was supposed to do that. Hang on.
Okay.
In bear form, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what the d4 was?
Just use the 3 that he just rolled.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
So,
it's fine, just-
15 hit points. I lose 3 strength.
Yes.
I do
Okay.
some quick maths in
Temporary.
my head just then. Remind me to change that, DB, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to remember to change it for both of you. I'm actually gonna make a note of
Okay.
it. Strength.
Alright,
strength.
so
That's the real
strength
reason
goes
why
down
he
to
was like, just use
3.
the same one.
Is there a way to change?
Hello,
Right.
boy. Welcome.
There's not a way to change it temporarily on here, is there?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
Sadness.
So we'll have to try to remember to change it back. I made a note of it.
Make a note.
Yeah, I tried to make it.
Well, it'll
temporary, too,
update the
but-
next time I level. If my character survives, it'll update the next time we level up.
That's a good idea. Okay. So that is the shadow. Now, do you want to use the skulls to attacks, Tech Bug?
Yes.
All right, go for it. Here, I'll go ahead and post that, and then you just do
did you
2
see
Wait,
that
skulls.
bottom
didn't
part,
I need to roll
by the way?
Constitution for the strength drain or no?
The bottom part for what, Tech Bug? Sorry. Tech Bug first, and then I'll answer Rex.
DB's brain just had to process for a second.
There
Yeah,
were
it
2
did.
questions. Tech Bug, what's up?
This down here.
Yeah, that lets it use one of the 2 spells that it has listed, I think.
You mean
Well,
one
it
of
does
the...
have. Yeah, one of the second, third, or first level spells.
Okay, let's just making sure.
You
Well,
you either do that or do the attacks though, because the spell casting is still an ability or an action, I should say. You still only get one of those. So, I mean,
That's
you probably
pretty
want to
good.
use it, but
Choose wisely.
I'm gonna fireball bar him in the face, actually.
Oh, okay. Cool.
you know it hurts
Fucking-
everything in range.
Yes.
Okay.
He says worth.
20-foot circle. Everything in that circle needs to make a dexterity save? Dexterity saving throw.
I think so.
Here, let me just post the
What?
Oh, nope, that was a private roll. I was trying to post the saving throw so everybody could see it. Here, let me do it. No, give him back the slot because it's not actually cast. There.
Okay.
Everybody's roll that saving throw that's in the circle. So that's
Okay.
Claudia, Zombie, Boneless, Aaron, Bear, Shadow, Kel, Barum.
Oh no!
Oh my god. What? No.
All the tanks did not make the throw.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and I have a high dex too.
Claudia needs to make it, yeah? Okay, so yeah, roll normal.
Oh shit.
Oh,
no.
no.
This is going exactly as planned. Aren't you glad I decided to do this, Tech Bug? No, not Tech Bug. I'm Tech Bug.
Him looking in a mirror. Aren't you glad I decided to do this tech
He
bug?
really is looking at himself right now like, good job, me.
Can you tell them I'm
You know
sick?
what? You know what though? I am glad you did this. I am glad you did this.
God.
And the boneless has to do
It's
it
an
too.
interesting choice, right? You wouldn't have done this.
No, I would have moved it back and not hit myself.
Nah, fuck that.
I mean, Claudia gets an
Shadow,
additional set of d6
The
against her.
boneless, the actual priest itself, and Barum are the only ones that don't take full damage. They take half
Fuck off.
damage.
Apparently,
Check bug. For
it's a more
everybody
dangerous
else,
blast
roll an
further away.
86. You just hit damage. You should be able to just hit damage. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody else who was not in that list of people I named takes 30 damage.
How much do I take?
You take half that, so you
Half
take
of
Yeah,
15.
you take half. so
Crane,
15.
you are so fucking lucky you're not in that.
Crane,
Why do you think I didn't move
Crane
forward?
feels good about himself and is still kind of patting himself on the back, and then disgustingly watches a heat wave blast all of the snow away in a gout of steam and engulf his friends in fire
Oh
and
my
block his vision for a
God.
moment with its brightness through the gap in the bridge.
And
This battle.
in the interest of fairness, doesn't that mean the Were-Raven takes 60 damage?
That is correct.
Yes.
The Were-Raven, Claudia, gets blasted back out of the fire and slumps completely unmoving against the
my
wall
God.
near the bridge.
Already?
She'd be dead, because if I took 60 damage, I'd be dead.
Oh my god.
Alright. Gwyn, are you still in bear form?
Yeah.
How are
yes.
you still in bear form?
I had full health.
No, you didn't. You've been getting hit by the shadow.
Oh. I'm probably not in bear form then.
Alright, you're not in bear form. That makes more sense.
Move.
Alright, let me
You
double
hadn't
check.
been calculating your
You
damage.
turned into a
I
bear.
haven't.
Gwyn,
There.
really?
I haven't.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I have to look. Okay, so you took 8. Okay, so the bear
So-
vaporizes, but you also take an additional 6 fire damage because any damage that's left once the bear form leaves goes on to Gwyn. So you need to subtract 8 more
So I
damage
took
from your hit points.
8. Okay.
From Gwyn's hit points, current total. Down to there he goes. Okay. That
Because
is
I
correct.
had 4 health still. With
No.
the 30 damage. So how much did I lose?
No, because the shadow
additionally?
had already done another
Another
what
one.
is it? Yeah, another 8 damage. On
8
top
damage.
of the
So I
4 that was
took-
missing. Yeah.
4 damage.
No.
Because
after-
after the 30, I had 4 health.
You had
On the
34 health
bear.
total.
Yes.
Shadow did 8. Brought you down to... Oh, yeah, that's right. 4 damage, not 6.
Okay.
Still.
Oh fuck! What did I have before? How much did you say? Just did 30.
Just add 2.
You
It's,
just
30,
said
it's
eight.
31. It's 31.
Ah! Okay.
There. Because it's just 2 less.
Okay.
Did everybody else take 30 damage?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I
well,
used
yeah,
my
just
reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Do it. Saving throw on the skull.
This is intense now.
The music even.
This,
got
yeah, this is good.
Right? Oh shit! No!
So it takes half damage.
Oh, okay, that's still some.
You still have to roll the damage, yeah.
Okay.
So that
Nice.
becomes 6.
There you go.
Yeah, rounding up. 6 damage on the skull. The shadow and the boneless and the zombie are all vaporized as well.
Well, the shadow I don't have to worry about anymore. That's good.
All right. That's the priest's turn. It is now Crane's turn.
Oh.
Shit.
Crane
You
is
just saw
very
this
upset,
bitch
very upset that
come back to
this
life.
creature
and
is
do this.
not dead. Why is it not? There he goes.
Why, Crane? Why would that upset you?
Because I just performed such a powerful attack and now it's not dead.
Incredible spell.
So I'm
You
gonna
got
cast
some pop.
this at
You
it.
got DP?
Don't ever call it that ever again.
I said it and then I went.
Alright?
And I cast that at a higher slot.
Okay.
So it should already add the damage. It did not. Why did that only add 1? Because I cast that at a level
because
3
each
spell.
bolt does its own damage, and you can target different creatures.
Oh,
so
but all of them
you
are gonna
cast
just
it-
attack this one. I
you
cast
said
it
you
at a
cast it at
level
4th
3.
level? Oh no, because it is. Oh, because it says
Yeah,
third
third
level,
level.
but it's a 1st level spell, and when you cast it, the spell creates 1 more dart. So you have 3 darts. So just hit the button 2 more times. Techbug, did you already take
I
the
thought
2
that it
damage from the
was
first one?
it added it for
Well-
every other spell.
No, it just creates a new dart and then does that damage because it's an automatic
Yeah.
hit. You don't have
Oh,
to roll the
when
hit.
you
You're just
cast a
doing
spell
damage.
using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart for each spell slot level above first.
So if you make it a 3rd
roll
level
it
spell,
2
you're getting
more
3
times.
Yeah.
darts. So you did 1 dart. Now
Yeah.
do 2nd dart and 3rd dart.
No, it creates 3 by itself with just 1st level spell. So it'd be 5 darts total.
Oh yeah, because
You create 3.
it's
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
and then 5. 5
Yeah,
total.
okay.
Sorry,
So, okay.
I have a lot of numbers dancing in my head at
Sorry.
this moment. That's okay.
Oh, weird.
Roll.
1,
5,
2.
2. All right, now pause. You have 1 more dart. You've done 1, 2, 3, 4 darts. At this point, you notice the skull shatter a little bit and the fire goes out and it drops. But you're trying to pay a little bit more attention this time. You're dealing with a creature that can come back to life, and you notice the tattoo. It's pulsing on top of the creature's skull.
No bueno.
You have 1 more dart.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot it with the dart.
Okay, roll again.
We're
I
making
like how
sure.
the music paused there, and then as soon as he made this decision, it was like,
I was like, okay.
All right, let's go.
damn.
All right.
This music is
You
doing your editing
chunk
for you.
into the tattoo with the dart. Since the dart is controlled by you, you can be very precise. And you see the light flicker and begin to spark on the tattoo.
Okay.
It is now... Crane, did you have anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. Well, there's no more of those. I was going to say it's the ghoul's turn, but they are ashes. Gwen, it's your turn.
Okay.
The skull has sputtered out. Actually, make a perception check first of all.
I was about to say, can I make a perception check?
Go for it. I figured you were thinking this. Okay. You don't notice.
I'm just so done.
Hold on. You don't notice the tattoo still glowing in the smoldering earth behind you, because when you see the skull drop, your mind goes out of combat mode and goes into checking on your friends, and you look
Yeah.
and you see people and you see everybody up, but then Claudia is up against the wall,
Yeah.
like, just flattened
This-
out and blackened.
Gwen fucking running. She running, dude.
Okay, go for it. Oh, you took
Oh,
more
the
damage.
I
Boss
just
is
saw her
following
icon
me.
go.
Okay.
All right, what are you going to do?
I want to check her. Just check her out.
She's scorched.
She's
She's
scorched.
burnt.
Okay. God damn it.
You don't need
Okay.
a medicine check to see she's like not breathing. She's dying.
Oh
Might not be
okay.
alive at this moment.
She may just be charcoal.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
To a
toasty.
zombie.
Okay.
Do good, great.
Gwen is gonna cast. Gwen's gonna cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at 2nd level.
At 2nd level.
Yes, 2nd level. So that's 2 1d8s.
All right. Roll healing. Okay. 8 total.
8
Is your
total.
spellcasting modifier really 2?
I think so.
Wisdom is not strong with this one.
It isn't.
Neither's
yeah, it's 2.
Neither's her intelligence.
That's okay. That's 2. All right. 8 healing. I'll come back to you guys in a second.
God damn me, I hate it when you do that,
Aaron,
motherfucker.
it's your turn. Aaron, make a perception.
Perception, yeah. Alright. What happened to my character sheet? It
Roll
disappeared.
for perception.
Get rid of these fireball indicators.
Perception.
Someone
Okay.
far more perceptive.
Aaron sees Claudia, but sees Gwen run to her first, takes stock of his situation, and also notices the skull with the tattoo continuing to glow and spark and sputter with arcane power as Crane from behind you seems to have latched onto something about the skull and is starting to pelt it with his dart ability.
Going to go up to the skull and bury my silvered axe in it.
Okay. For this, you need to make an attack roll.
Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that twice.
One in each
I did
hand.
not,
Dual hand.
I did not mean to hit that twice.
Dual wielding axes.
The first one has no effect. You can
Okay.
attack if you like.
Right.
And then you've got that. This one hits.
Okay.
Better.
Okay. The tattoo caves into the skull a little bit, but you can see that despite the blow being easily enough to crush most human skulls, it's keeping the rest of it intact. But the skull is now covered in cracks and greenish energy is leaking out like a mist. The skull is having trouble staying intact, but it's barely still together. And there's not much time left to do something about it.
Oh shit.
I am going to action surge.
Yo.
He really is putting an axe in each hand and going.
As he should.
I will fulfill my slayer oath. Oh,
Hold
on.
shit,
No.
no, I won't.
Oh shit, no.
Come on!
Come on!
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go.
Yes!
Oh, there we go. Woo.
Finally.
That's still
Well,
pretty low, but you know. Enough. Aaron was filled with anger at this creature for giving him such trouble, and he decides to slam down on it with both battle axes. He completely whiffs with one. He forgets that it's a tiny target, so he just slams with both and just completely misses. But the other strikes true and cleaves the tattoo in half, and the skull, with a shriek, puffs away, and the tattoo disassembles.
So the skull's gone.
The skull is gone completely.
yeah.
Dang. I was gonna take it as a trophy for Crane.
Crane would have been.
Oh, well.
I was about to give it a Crane. Oh my god.
All right,
Like, this bitch is obsessed with skulls now.
I'm going to use my bonus action from my action surge to. Come on. Roll it.
Soft music. Oh no, this is sad.
Wait,
music.
what happened? Why did it work? What the heck?
What isn't working?
Frog fears.
I am trying to. Oh gosh, I had a complete.
Oh
The
yeah.
map
it
just completely
kicked you
reset.
out. Yeah, it just kicked you
Oh
out.
man.
Hold on, what's going on here? I've got my thing. I want
What
to
will
use
happen to Gwen?
second wind.
What has become of Claudia? Find out
Stop.
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Man,
Oh,
it's
no.
not even letting. It's not even, I don't know what's going on here. I'm planning on. There we go. Planning on using second wind. So here we go.
Oh,
I'm
to
back.
heal yourself? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So second wind. Why is it not letting me use it from the front page? Fine, I'll use it from the side. All right. All right. So I will heal myself. Why does it give me an option for critical?
Physician heal.
Whatever. That's weird. Okay.
Alright. 8
All right,
HP
so
back.
heal-
on Aaron. Aaron
Yes.
completes his turn. Combat ends. There's still smoke rising around you. The snow got incinerated immediately into steam. Gwyn kneels over the body of Claudia, unmoving, unbreathing, and casts Cure Wounds. And you see that the burning begins to go away. The spell does what it's supposed to do. It removes injury. So the charcoaly,
No.
blistered appearance of her skin begins to heal, and her flesh becomes whole. But she still doesn't breathe. And a couple beats pass. And then, behind you, you hear Aaron roar in anguish and anger as he smashes into the skull, and the skull shrieks and shatters. And when it does, the tattoo disappears in puffs of black smoke, just like the shadow that you had seen previously. But rather than manifesting as a full figure, they begin shooting skyward. And you hear sounds, human sounds, people sounds, saying, "I'm free, I'm free at long last, I'm free." And each of the puffs goes off into the air. The priest seemed to have many of these captive spirits kept within itself. And finally, one last spirit finally goes and flits over to you, Gwen, and goes over your shoulder and enters into Claudia's body. And as it does, her body finally goes, oh, that hurt! Oh, that hurt! Oh! And for a while, Claudia is just gasping in pain, as even after your cure wound, she's still covered in blisters and boils where the heat was so intense it almost incinerated her on the spot. But you managed to keep her together a little bit, and gratefully, she was not whisked away with the soul priest and turned into another tattoo.
This music, though, I thought.
I'm so afraid. Oh my god. Gwen's gonna just like fucking grab her.
Techbug rolled a blazing undead as his resurrection. He could have rolled
Oh my
anything
God.
else, and he rolled the blazing undead tattoo.
Is that good?
That gives him a fireball spell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful.
Holy
I literally looked
shit!
at my spell roof and my spell list, and I was like, interesting.
Oh my god, dude.
I can work with this.
My first thought when you used it was, he made everything bleed. Ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. Was if there's anything that survived, it's me.
It is now
It's dead.
post-combat. The party needs to take a minute to collect themselves and figure out their next steps. Amongst the ashes, there's very little to recover. Crane, you are probably the most bitter about this experience because two reasons.
My zombie's
One-
dead and I can't get that skull.
One, zombie is dead. There's nothing to resurrect it from. There's not even a body left. The boneless got vaporized. There's no corpses. Everything either
Boneless.
got scorched or is your party members. And secondly, there's a little feeling that's starting to get you. You did really good there. You should have been able to do that on your own if you really wanted to. The blight spell that you cast was particularly strong and withered at a single touch this clearly necromantic acolyte. And yet, it still pulled a fast one on you and may have been able to slay you. Very likely would have slain you. Simply because its mastery of undeath was just that little bit better than yours at your current stage. Because it came back angrier and worse, and that's something that still eludes you at this moment. Gwen is sobbing over Claudia's body, I imagine.
Yeah, literally
While
gripping
Claudia
her.
is trying to get at your breath. Everybody else, the road ahead is still before you. It's still fairly early in the morning. You barely walked an hour, and it's only been about a half-hour battle or so here at the bridge. The rest of the day is still filled with walking up this mountain, and there's going to need to be preparations made for that. The temperature, just being in proximity to the mountain with the sheer winds blowing off of it, is enough to freeze snow. And without any sunlight, and going higher up the mountain, and with it, the coming of nightfall being very likely, Claudia had said going up the mountain may take 2 or 3 days. She was unsure how far walking. Something's going to have to be done about temperature control amongst yourselves. There's going to have to be something to help you get up the mountain and not freeze to death. These are all thoughts that you all have been on campaign before, you all have adventured before. Cold is nothing new to you, but you're going to have to think about that probably before you keep going. You need to have some kind of countermeasure for that. All right. What do you guys do, or what do you guys talk about?
Explode the hut.
Explore the
Crane's
hut.
just going to look over at the charcoal remains of what was once his zombie.
Was that the headless one? I forgot what we had said, if that was the headless one or the poetry one.
Because I think I put the headless one in the back.
So the headless one is with you, and that would have been the poetry zombie then.
No,
Yeah.
I love her voice.
Poetry zombie has,
Yeah.
has
Oh my
passed.
god.
Loverboy got incinerated.
R.I.P.
He's going to look. Crane's also going to look over at Claudia, after looking around and seeing no other corpses, and just go, "Well, you survived at least." But not in a grateful tone, more of
So
Yeah.
a
disingenuous.
Monotone.
body.
It just goes around the office.
Just say,
Oh man, you're alive. Oh man, you're
Oh my
alive.
I
God.
see you're alive.
Aaron, go ahead and make the investigation check for exploring the hut. Go ahead and you guys can keep talking. I'm just gonna have Rex go ahead and get the roll done.
Okay, Gwen's gonna be sobbing over Claudia because she
Ow,
feels
ow,
as
ow,
though
ow,
she's
ow, ow, ow.
responsible.
Did you say investigation or perception?
Investigation.
She definitely feels as though she's responsible, so she's like clutching Claudia. Oh, R.I.P. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, Claudia, are you okay? Please, please, please! I'm so sorry. I can't believe this happened to you.
Ow, 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 ow.
Is that a good owl or a
No.
bad owl?
No, it hurts.
Is there such a
Everything
thing
It
as a
hurts.
good
We're
owl
good out.
in this case?
Good owl is still alive, so
I knew-
technically all of them are good owls.
I knew I should have stayed up on that mount and just shot my crossbow, but I was trying to be helpful. That's what I get. That's what I get. That's what I get.
Claudia, you gotta be smart about some things. They were obviously dangerous.
You're one
Oh,
to talk.
I know now. I know now. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
Okay.
If I walk away from this, I am going to use that crossbow
If
so much more
You
often.
are not. It is not an if. You're okay, right?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Can I move? And she starts to like move her arm, and there's an unpleasant sound of like flesh kind of crackling and trying to put itself back. And she goes, no, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. But it's moving. It's moving. See, it's moving. And she like wiggles her fingers as if to say like, "Yeah, look, 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 it's working."
Gwen's like, do you need more? I can use more magic if you need me to.
If it's not too much to ask, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Crane also
Quick's like-
going to be quite upset. Still, is just going to go, maybe you should get out of the cold so that you don't get frostbite while trying to heal from burn wounds.
Well, Crane, maybe you could be helpful and start a fire, don't you think?
Just turns around and walks over.
He's not his brother. He can't just do fire on a whim.
She's just gonna roll her eyes. Cast healing word.
Alright.
Crane's going to still be so upset that there
Second
are any
level.
remains that he's just going to start searching the snow to see if there's anything.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. We're using
Go ahead
all
and make
second level.
go ahead and make a survival check, Crane, for yours, and then let's do Aaron's. Oops, 7 more HP. More flesh knits together. The burns flake away. The scabs start to disappear, but underneath is already new flesh. And a miraculous display of healing power. Gwen continues to put Claudia's body back together over the next several minutes. Meanwhile, Aaron goes into the hut to start exploring. And Aaron, the hut is a little bit strange. This isn't a normal guard outpost with weapons or province or anything of that kind here. There's no rations. Instead, it appears to have been some kind of research outpost. There are skulls on a short table, along with what appear to be several alchemical concoctions, little flasks that bubble and fizzle or have little wisps of odd-colored smoke emerging from them. There's books, just a handful of them, maybe 4 or 5, in a language that the binding on it, you can't read it. It's a language you don't understand. And the fireplace is going, but there's no food on it. And it's a different color. It's greenish, and it gives off no warmth. And those are the things that you find in the hut as soon as you enter. There's also what appears to have been some old furniture that at one point may have serviced the guards who were here, but that has all been cast aside except for the table against the wall, and all the furniture is just old, dried, decaying wood.
Do the skulls have markings on them?
They do not.
I thought we lost him for a moment.
No.
He was just doing a thing.
I was thinking, I'm going to pull out the fisher's eye, and I'm going to attempt to contact my patron.
Okay. We'll come back to that in a moment. Barum and Kel, are you guys doing anything in particular?
Barum's gonna walk over to Claudia and I guess Gwen and see how she's doing, because he feels responsible too, because he was the one that gave her permission to come.
Okay.
So
Claudia is getting put back together by Gwen and is still wincing every now and again.
he doesn't even like say anything because he just feels so bad he doesn't even know what to say, so he's just kind of like sitting there awkwardly, like hovering, like just like wanting to help but not really knowing what what to do. And
Barum,
oh.
are you okay?
We both are like Barum.
What? I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay now. I think yeah, it's a little better now. That feels much better.
Do you need anything?
Maybe if we just sat here for a bit, I should be all right.
Gwen's like rallying everyone. Like when she's doing her healing, she's like, "Listen, y'all, it's time for a break. It's time for a break." She's gonna turn to Barum and be like, "Do you think maybe you could get some wood for a fire, Barum, or maybe something like that?"
He nods and then runs off into the woods like, yes, I can do that.
Go ahead and make a survival check, Barum, as well.
Yay.
Kel, are you up to anything?
Kel will pull out a random box and start dancing.
Oh.
Start dancing?
A sad song will appear for his poetry brother.
Oh
no.
Kel mourns for his poetic friend of the what he presumes to be the ashes of the zombie, but might be mingled with some other dead stuff. There's like a pasty smear where the zombie may have been, but it might be the boneless. You're not sure.
Oh no.
But Kel honors his dead friend in the best way that he can. And we will get back to Aaron's contact of his patron and the party short rest after this mid-break!
Woo!
Woo! Y'all know what that means.
It's giveaway time.
It's time for the giveaway!
Oh, right, giveaway time, yeah.
So,
Yay!
at the mid-break of Port Bluff D&D, every Tuesday, we have a Steam code giveaway. All of the keys that are available to be picked are on our Discord, which you can join. There are links for that in the info boxes below. But the way the giveaway works is as simple as you type a phrase that we'll give you in just a second into Twitch chat. You are entered to win. I roll among the people who say the word into Twitch chat, and you can pick one game off the list, any of them, and they're all Steam codes to the best of my knowledge, unless they're like you play games.
But we'll sell them later, says Kuchi.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't. And I have to say this is only sponsored by Port Bluff. There's nothing to do with Twitch. This is only for Port Bluff and by Port Bluff. So the word for today, or the phrase for today is dead poet.
No.
But now his poetry will be 4 times to 10 times as much.
Dead Poet Society.
We can
I was gonna say, the poetry from dead poets is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that zombie wrote is now so good now. It was gonna be Dead Raven, but Gwyn fixed that.
Yes.
Technically, and Aaron. That with that axe smash.
No, that's true.
Well, yeah.
All right, so
Luna, I need the money, please.
we give it between 5 to 10 minutes.
Luna, please.
We'll roll on the giveaway list as soon as we come back in. We will complete the session.
Yay.
So go take your potty breaks, go get your drinks. Now's the time.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom too.
Yeah, same.
I love some Gwyn trauma to start the night off. Oh no, she turned the camera off. It's all messed up.
No, Frog, why you always do this?
Man, I was so hoping you would have her die.
Here.
I am a little bitter.
Because
I wanted her soul, and I wanted Crane to turn her into a zombie.
The 60 damage should be enough in some circumstances, but the way it's supposed to work is it's supposed to be like X amount beyond 0, and it was technically 1 hit instead of multiple hits, so she didn't even get like saving throws and stuff. But it wasn't enough because it wasn't twice her HP over the bar. It was close though, because she already had some injury.
Yeah.
Did the skeleton crit on her? I think the skeleton had crit on her as well.
Yeah,
right?
the skeleton crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it was any more than that, it would have been dodgy. But she had some reserve HP that made it not as much as was needed to be a one hit kill. But it was damn close.
Aaron has many questions.
Oh man.
Please, I can't do the patron voice tonight.
That's okay. We
Maybe
understand.
I
Don't push it.
can. No, that immediately hurts, actually.
Don't worry, I'll. So far we have Kuchi and Luna. Yeah, Kuchi and Luna so far. It's me, Kuchi. I'm the last one. There are no more. It's just me and a couple of chairs. It was nice having people.
I'm still here.
Someone speaks.
I'm
Rex, is that
still
you?
here. Yes.
There's only empty chairs on stream, Rex. I've been alone for so long. What year is it?
It's the year of our Lord 2021.
Oh no. Did Twitch ever ban Amaranth?
I don't know. You all haven't posted anything about it in the news section.
You know we'd be posting about that immediately. What an exciting start to tonight's session. I cannot wait for what the future holds.
It's not even as sad as I wanted it.
Noodles back. Give it about 2 more minutes after Frog is back. And we'll roll. Haven't seen Nezuko in a bit. I was hoping they'd roll again. Native guy was trying to win too, I remember.
Okay.
Are you here to turn your
Oh.
camera on and quit wreaking havoc on the streams?
Listen,
turning it off?
I had to make an outfit change, and I just have to make sure that the camera's not on during that time.
We want viewership.
And that's how Port
But we
Bluff
don't
got
wanna be
pulled from
banned.
Twitch.
Frog forgetting to leave her camera on. Oops.
Or off.
Or off.
I'm forgetting to leave it on.
You know, I need that
Frog.
viewership, Kanani.
Knowing Twitch, Frog would get banned for not showing enough. They'd be
She
like,
only
"This is
chose
wasting our time
one
here."
nip. Need the duo nip.
God, he just makes me miss with my lip balm.
It's a good one.
Wow.
That just went completely in my beard. Yeah. Alright. Are we all back?
Yep.
AC, are you back? I don't know if you left, but I figure I'll confirm.
I think that
Oh, he might not be back.
He's still muted.
Yeah, we'll give it a second.
Luna.
We're not at the 10-minute mark yet anyway, so. They are not seedless. Don't you hate it when you get betrayed by grapes?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Betrayed by grapes is the worst.
It's true.
Hot deadbolt take. Grapes are bad fruit anyway.
Have you had frozen
But
grapes?
what about
Frozen grapes?
wine?
Well,
Frozen
wine's-
grapes are so
you know,
good.
Wine is okay.
S tier
Depends on the
for
wine, but-
exactly Coochie Man. S tier.
If you
You
freeze,
just keep like eating them. You don't have
Yeah.
to do anything else. You don't have to
listen,
remove.
if you freeze grapes, they are so
Cancel
delicious. Like so good.
Calm down. It was a single seed, okay?
It was one seed, Luna. Please don't cancel all
grapes.
grapes. Oh, no.
Must have the grapes.
Rather have
It's Arby's now. This
bananas or apples or
bananas.
Yeah.
Ew. I hate
Bananas-
Love bananas.
bananas are probably S tier to me.
No.
Like banana.
Mm.
Dip it in
Bananas
some
are
peanut
S
butter.
tier. Okay,
the
that would kill
jar?
me, but
Yeah. Nutella.
What?
bananas with Nutella would be
I-
amazing.
Hate. I
Me.
hate bananas.
I hate.
I hate the bananas.
Bananas are so good though. You need the potassium.
I know. I got in trouble at the hospital
Oh gosh.
for not having enough potassium.
How bad.
They gave me a horse pill.
They gave you a
what happened.
horse pill.
Yeah. They were like, here's some morphine. Also, here's a horse pill. Whoa! Was that your knuckles?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
That's a pop.
Fuck! I hate that as well.
Oh.
What? Knuckle pop?
Frog hates everything normal.
Frog just hates. She said, "I hate."
Dude, Luna, they're so good. The frozen grapes are so good, I swear. Let them freeze, like, fully, and then they're like, oh, they're all crunchy and still, like, a little juicy. And
My teeth hurt just thinking about that, though.
they aren't even... Well, maybe you need
That's
to
like
brush
Sensodyne.
with the fucking Sensodyne. I was about to say.
That's like a Sensodyne commercial right there. I couldn't eat frozen grapes even though a streamer told me to.
Wait, do we have
until I
time?
tried
might go get some
Sensodyne.
cherries. Hang on, let me
AC, are
go
you
get some
back yet?
cherries.
She's not giving us an option now.
Nope.
He's not back.
Oh, AC is back. If you're
Sensodyne.
quick, you might get back before I'm done with the giveaway.
Okay.
Rush.
Here,
Don't do it! No, Frog!
Oh my god.
Here, hang on.
No.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright.
Here, she stands up.
Cool.
It is time to have the giveaway. If you have not entered and you're watching the stream, the code word is Dead Poet. And we are going to do a giveaway and random draw from the people who say that phrase in Twitch chat. And you get to pick an item off of our giveaway
Oh,
list.
she's really. She is.
She's so tiny now. Going once. Going twice. It's just Coochie and Luna. I must roll. Alright. Noodle, who do you think it's gonna be?
I sense Coochie Man.
Since Coochie Man. Alright, I'm rolling.
I think it's gonna be Coochie.
The winner is
Oh no, it's definitely gonna be Luna.
Luna.
See? The moment Tech Bug agreed, I knew.
Coochie, they're not your
Coochie
friends.
said
They
yay,
jinxed
Luna
it.
Luna wins. I'm sorry,
Dang.
Coochie Man. We cursed it.
Wow, Coochie, you actually got ganked just now.
Crit.
Good job, Luna. Well done. Did anybody win the meme contest? I think there weren't memes.
Were there any
posted
memes
after-
posted?
Yeah, there weren't memes posted after the last giveaway.
Hello, I
You,
creep into
you
the
didn't
street.
even post memes, and
I
you
did.
said you were going
Very
to.
sure.
I did. I posted them on August 4th.
Look how beautiful these
You
cherries
didn't even
are.
notice.
They must not have. It must not have been very memorable. No,
What?
everything's clear.
Wow.
No, because I posted the one about Rex's wife, and you laughed at it.
Oh, I
You laughed
did.
at it?
Oh, okay.
No, wait, you didn't. Never mind, you didn't laugh at it. I thought that was your PogChamp. It wasn't.
I gotta go
liked
see
that
this.
one. That was one of the
Was-
best ones I've ever
Oh.
made.
Okay, I do remember
Is that
seeing
your-
that.
Is that your PogChamp that's out right now?
Yeah, well, they decided to default and say that Komodo Hype was PogChamp from now on.
I didn't notice Coochie's
Yeah,
comment though.
Well, look at
I
look at
don't
Bluff. This
exist.
is PogChamp now. It's a
PogChamp.
Komodo Hype.
Rip crop.
So what I'm gonna say is that starting from now, with Coochie's posting that he made around 9:30, like just now, that has 3 gold and 1 silver on it. If you can beat that in terms of the gold given by the crew on how good the meme is, you might have a chance to win next week's meme contest. But we'll see. We'll see. You have until next week. Make the memes. All right, we're back. It's time to get going again. Is Frog back? Yeah, Frog is back. That's what the rustling is.
They're black cherries.
All right,
Maraschino cherries are in like juice.
Aaron
The fuck?
picks up his fisher's eye
They're in the juice.
and attempts to reach out and make contact. But Aaron, there's something strange. Normally, your patron is not too hard to reach, but rather than just complete silence, you get kind of a sense from your contact, an emotion, not a word, not a phrase, not something that you can verbalize in particular, but you have like it feels like your patron's giving you a bit of a cold shoulder almost. like a sense of jilted rejection. And nothing more.
Ooh, he didn't like what you offered.
I didn't offer anything. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah,
I was
that's the
wondering
problem.
why the souls. I was wondering. I wanted to reach out and wonder why the souls didn't get sucked in and why did they just spirited away. I wanted to harvest the soul of the necromancer, but I couldn't. And I want to know why.
Might have to find out later. Meanwhile,
Uh-oh.
Barum and Crane each have their own objectives. Crane, you look around and you see that while the blast radius has claimed everything, you do see Aaron poised over a very interesting looking table of items, but given that it's also a survival check, you decide to not make it instantly clear what your objective is here. So you decide to kind of browse around Solinka Pass just a bit, not traveling too far and keeping Headless Zombie close with you at all times. And you realize that there's actually a couple bodies here, further away, outside of the blast radius. It looks like that the priest that was here could easily resurrect some undead servants, because there were a few other bodies here of what appears to have been former guards of Solinka Pass that have frozen here and just remained here. And the ghouls and the skeleton that it summoned from off the wall up towards the valley somewhere were indicators that you should check those out. And you find a couple piles of bones and some remains of what would have been at one point, you know, a humanoid creature and now mostly a decomposed corpse. Meanwhile, Barum looks around, and Barum comes to the conclusion that the rest of the Mount Gakis is going to be extremely difficult to survive because the trees are already extremely thinned out. There are only some very shrubby, conifer, kind of evergreen kind of trees that are still very live and would make very terrible firewood. You do manage to collect a couple of sticks, some things close to the actual a little bit further, it would be west, away, downhill from Mount Galkis, and collect a few things. But, like Crane, you also make a note about the tower, and upon returning, you notice that a lot of the furniture that has been cast aside is essentially dried, good firewood. If it can just be hacked apart and carried with you guys, you would be able to have at least one night's worth of fire if you can carry that much wood with you.
Nice. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Barum sets to hacking apart
That's
the
what I'm
furniture.
gonna do.
Crane is certain that people are already destroying necromancer things, and he pops from behind a snowbank to make sure, and he sees, oh, thank God, they're just tearing apart some of the old furniture and getting firewood.
He's just gonna be like, Barum, keep up the good work.
The zombie dabs a handkerchief on Crane's brow. Meanwhile, Claudia
Good work.
takes advantage of
master.
not moving much and is just resting with Gwyn. You don't have a lot else to offer her, unfortunately. You don't have a lot of healing balms or things that would soothe her other than the actual healing magic. But with the 2 spells that you've cast so far, Claudia is already feeling and looking a lot better. Although she clearly isn't going to be moving for a little bit, so your party might be stuck here for at least the span of a short rest. Although the presence of Strahd and his allies still weighs on you. You guys had all seen that vision of some lieutenants now becoming involved in the chase, and they were pretty close when Callum last made contact with you, and some of you are always keeping a nervous eye out further down the Solinka Pass. It would be hard to be ambushed here, but the road is straight from the Luna Bridge crossing to Solinka Pass. Any moment now, something could appear on that bridge. But the party reconvenes. Kel finishes mourning his friend, and the sad music stops playing. Although it will keep playing on stream because I like it. Alright, what do you guys do now? Does everybody simply bed down and take a short rest, or is there something in particular some of you would like to do here? Crane.
Crane's going to casually, really over here. Looking at the bodies, maybe a little bit rustling up, seeing if there's any skulls there. But then casually walking over towards the tower, just like, maybe there's something going on in here. Oh, what is this? And also kind of looking at the skulls as well that's on the table with everything. Just kind of standing there, not really trying to bother Aaron any, just watching.
Aaron is pocketing his trinket that you sometimes see him pull out from time to time, and it's kind of like he's an elf, so it's a little hard to read his emotion, but you can tell there's a kind of swiftness to his action of putting away his odd eye trinket that he had gotten from that sea creature. Actually, you weren't there for that. Never mind, you don't know any of that. I forgot that was Lucille. I forgot that was Lucille.
Mm-hmm. Aaron's going to look over at Crane and gesture over. There are a few books. I cannot read them. I am curious to know if you can. I want to know what they say.
Crane perking up a little bit. Well, of course. I'm quite interested in that as well. He's just going to walk
Might
over.
be this. I came over here and stayed here because I know if Gwyn were to see this, she would probably have tried to destroy it. I wanted to make sure that this was untouched.
Not quite sure she would have understood what it was.
That's precisely why I think she would have tried to destroy it. She tends to smash what she cannot understand.
Very true.
In more ways than one, baby.
Like,
Oh my god.
crazy enough, I keep hearing things calling her sharp for some reason.
Nope. Nada. Zilch. Oh, this one's an infernal. That's one you could read.
Oh.
You know what? I was going to say it out loud, but for spoiler purposes, I'll just send you the title.
Me
We're in
trying to
deep
remember all
speech.
of the
I'm
speeches
sad.
I know.
None in deep speech or elvish. That's very sad.
Nope.
I knew I should have taken the warlock trait instead of speak with animal, the one that would let me read anything. I knew I should have taken it. Oh well.
Quite
Speak.
illuminating. All right, Crane.
Speak
I
with
gave you the title.
Okay.
Just to do with what you will. Crane studies the bindings for a moment, trying to see if he can discern what is said on any of the titles.
There seems to be only one here written in a language that I understand. He's going to look at Aaron in an elvish, say, "Thank you," and then just walk out.
No book even? Just leave the book there?
No, he's taking the book with him.
Oh,
He's going to
Grabs
study
the
it.
book, goes to study.
To
Don't
take the
concern
other two
yourself.
books.
Okay. It's three. It
Eventually.
would be 3 books for you, so 4 books total.
Okay. Okay.
Crane takes the one he understands. You take the 3 that you don't.
Basically, he's going to hope that at some point his patron will speak to him and help him with the books.
And right before Crane gets out the door, he's going to turn around and look to see if there's any skulls.
The shelf is lined with some skulls.
He's going to walk over,
the
open his
tables.
bag, and just slowly put the skulls into the
Okay.
bag ever so carefully.
Putting the skulls into the bag of holding. Okay. Baram, you have finished collecting the firewood. Between you and Kel, maybe, if you got help from Kel, you would be able to shoulder the additional load without too much extra effort and have enough wood to get through one night, as long as you all stay really close to the fire.
Okay.
There's still the issue of travel. You could build the fire and you could stay warm, but going up the mountain is going to be tough, especially as night draws on. The temperature is already rising slightly as it's getting closer to midday now, but it's still not a very livable temperature under normal circumstances. Something is going to need to be done to address that.
Okay. So I guess Barm's gonna go over and ask Kel to help him gather all of the wood, I guess. And then I think he's gonna bring it over to this. What is this? It's like a guard house or whatever. kinda. He's gonna bring
More
it.
or less.
Yeah, so he's gonna drop off his stuff over there and then go to Gwen and Claudia and tell them that they should probably head inside because it's, cold and she's hurt. If they're gonna rest, that they probably shouldn't be resting out here.
Be gentle with me. Be gentle with me. Be gentle with me.
Here, come here. Barb leans down and has her put an arm.
Are they
around
both
her.
holding her?
Two
On
giants.
the other
A,
side.
a dragonborn and a furbolg with this little dainty woman, just her feet are dangling a little bit.
Maybe we could have just picked her up.
The two of you just kind of fireman carry her, so she doesn't have to actually change position very much, because that seems to be the most painful thing, is actually extending limbs. But between the two of you, you shuttle her over to the guardhouse, and it's a little warmer in here simply because of the enclosed space. The wind isn't whipping the heat off your body as quickly, but the fire is strange, offering no warmth and just glimmering darkly with a strange greenish ember. And it doesn't seem to even require fuel. There's no wood in the fireplace to actually sustain it. It just burns.
Okay.
Okay. You guys essentially take a short rest. Crane studies the book.
I did a Song of Rest too, by the way.
A Song of Rest too. Okay, so there you go. So everybody can heal your hit dice up to your maximum in hit dice, if you would like. No spells are regenerated. And there should just be a button on your character sheet that says short rest. But you also get to roll on the Song of Rest and get that additional healing. So make sure you do that as well.
Did you just tell a warlock he can't get his spells back on a short rest?
I'm saying there's a short rest.
You
Most
know.
people.
And then what do we roll?
The one guy. You can just push the healing button on Barm's Song of
Oh, it's
Rest
not
and get
showing for
healing.
me.
Can
It doesn't
can
show
I get
buttons.
can I get spell slots
Hit healing.
from studying my book?
You can't get spell slots that way, but you
It
can
doesn't show
use
it.
Arcane Recovery.
Here, I'll do it again. There you go.
It's
Yeah,
on your
it still
features
doesn't-
list.
Here, I'm gonna.
Is it not giving it to you?
Yeah. Here, look. I sent the snapshot.
There's no button there. Oh, that's weird.
There's no button.
Right here, let me. I'll roll for you, Gwen,
Thank you.
to make it easier.
Thank you.
You get 3 extra healing.
Cool. So I'm for.
And if you want to heal more, now you spend your hit dice. Does that make sense?
I already did it.
Okay, good. Okay.
Holy shit.
Everybody's trying to heal up with as little hit dice as possible.
Yeah.
You might need it again where you're going. Crane, did you want to make use of that arcane recovery?
I'm satisfied with that.
I don't remember what that does.
It allows you to recover a number of your spells with slot numbers equal to or less than half of your wizard level rounded up. So you're level 7 wizard, so you get
So it'd be
4 slots. So you can choose 4 first level spells, or 2 second level spells, or 1 fourth level spell to recover, for example, or 1/3 and 1/4. You know, it
I'm
adds
gonna
to
use it on my 4th level to recover that.
Okay, your 4th level has been regenerated. Yeah, you bet. 70. So far, the single hardest hitting hit we've had in the game. I said wizards were DPS, and I meant it.
That was insanity.
He even
Yeah,
beat.
look at my
He even
tongue.
beat the fireball. Even the fireball
It's
crit
red.
didn't do as much. So, take note. Take note.
Take
Do you see?
note.
Hmm.
It's red.
Okay.
Because of the cherries.
I can't tell. You're too far away. Still can't tell.
It's like, look, my lips are much redder.
Okay. So.
Trust me.
I can't.
Okay, moving on.
Just trust me.
Crane studies the book. This is a little too much to write up, so I'm just going to trust anybody who doesn't read the book, which is only Crane Speaks Infernal, to not know this unless Crane decides to share this information. The book talks at length about the features which defend the Amber Temple. Now, what the Amber Temple is, and if that correlates to this Temple of Secrets that you're going to, you're not sure. It doesn't make it clear the location of the temple, but what it does show is images of the temple facing. The temple has pillars lining the front of it, and between each pillar is a golem. It looks like a statue, but in fact, when intruders come close to the Amber Temple, the golems will animate and prevent entry. This is because the Order of Osibus, which are the authors of the book, say that they must protect the secrets within from falling into any hands. What those secrets are, they don't expound upon, sadly, and you're left tantalized by what else may have occurred here. But the book simply discusses at length the kind of things that are done to those who enter. The Guardians will speak one word of warning before entering attack mode. And just from reading the book, it becomes clear that a normal Guardian is about twice the size of a man, and armed with magical weapons, a sword and shield which become charged once the Guardian enters attack mode, essentially. Entering the temple itself triggers a hallway where certain command words must be spoken, which it claims are only known to Osibus officers, and it won't actually detail what the command words are. That, if not spoken, will trigger a series of traps that are meant to either incinerate, evaporate, or otherwise destroy anyone entering the temple foyer.
Fun.
Past that point, there is a third barrier, which is also there to prevent anything from exiting the temple easily. The third barrier activates when the incorrect persons go through it, and it erases all memories of what that creature is. And this is, the book claims, to prevent creatures within the temple that may not know to escape or are trying to leave with those secrets to make them forget their code words and thus be destroyed by the traps or be caught by the Guardians outside. The book makes it clear that a lot of time and effort has gone into creating an impregnable defense, but you're a little bit heartened by the fact that this text appears extremely aged. Hundreds, if not thousands of years old, and only held together by the fact that it is a somewhat ensorcelled book, although there's no actual magical secrets written therein. Okay?
Crane's going to close the book and just turn and look at whoever's closest to him and go, what was the name of the temple we're traveling to again?
Probably Barham is closest to you.
The Temple of Secrets? Or what was the official name? Did we know what it was? Or is it just Temple of Secrets?
So far, it's only been called the Temple of Secrets.
Just the Temple of Secrets. Why?
I do hope it's not the one that I just read about. And he's going to stick it in his pouch.
What did you just read about?
Ominous.
Something that's would not be fun to try to progress through, needless to say.
I guess we'll have to hope. Does it say at all where this temple is? In your book?
Not really. Just kind of gave the name.
What was the name?
What was the name? Trying to make conversation with Crane, it's like throwing stuff at a wall.
You just have to bug him a lot, according to Gwen.
You do. You gotta take the Gwen approach.
Got it.
It's the Temple of Osiris, right? That's what it was.
Amber Temple, protected by the Order of Osibus.
The Osiris.
You know what? I'll put it in chat because I
Yes,
do have
please.
a habit of not putting stuff to it.
Maybe Claudia's familiar with the temple, if it's in the area.
Perhaps. Though she does seem a little preoccupied as of right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe on our journey, we can, on our way to the Temple of Secrets, we can ask her about it.
Perhaps it would be a good idea.
Speaking
Not
of
so
the
sure to
journey, what should we do about the weather issue?
The weather.
It's
It
awfully
seems
cold
a
out
bit
there.
chilly out here. We'll
Why'd
have
you
to
say it
handle
again,
something
DB?
with it.
Hmm?
Weather.
DB said it again, and that was sketchy.
Weather.
The weather.
The weather. Ho ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
If possible, we may have to ask Claudia how she manages to handle this cold, if anything.
She ain't doing too hot right now with it, that's for sure.
So again, we must wait. I
Either that,
guess-
or we could also search out maybe some. If there are any animals nearby, perhaps we could take their coats for ourselves.
I could take a
Preferably
look.
not the rabbits. I don't think they'd have much to offer.
There's
Other
something funky about those rabbits.
Watch out for the PETA activist.
Although I do very much want to give some more rabbits to whatever is in this pouch.
Well, Barum looks outside. What time is it? Is it like...
As usual, quite difficult to tell, but it wasn't very long after morning that you actually set out, and you've only rested here about an hour. You would predict probably still before noon, but late morning, very likely.
Okay. Well, I suppose I can go out and try and get some... Maybe find a deer or something.
Launch.
I mean, we need to eat anyways, so...
Okay, Barn, go ahead and make a survival check to see if you find any kind of animal nearby that would be suitable. Is there anybody else that's doing anything in particular before you head out? Or is there anybody that would like to assist Barum in the hunt?
We know
Crane's
who
just gonna
isn't
say,
assist.
Wait, you said Gwyn's going to assist?
No, isn't.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else?
Crane
Will
is just going to say, I
Will?
think I'll
Okay.
help you look for that.
Go ahead and make your survival check. Anybody helping also roll survival checks as you spread out and kind of help Barum cover more ground.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'd rather freeze to death, ooh-woo.
Sorry, the PETA activist is out here a bit.
You could just turn into a bear and be like, cold? What cold?
I mean, yeah.
I'm a bear!
We out here, bear form.
Too bad you can only hold it for 2 hours.
Well, I was out of it anyway. That's fine. Cause that bitch killed my bear. And took my animals. Rude as fuck.
Okay.
Oh, I just had a big burp. I don't know if y'all heard that. My bad.
You know, if you just didn't.
Taylor
mention
knows
it,
his way
people
amongst
might
the
not notice
mountains.
it. So, 3 people spread out and begin to look for some kind of animal that you can get a hold of, something that would assist you on your journey. And Aaron is the first one to spot an elk.
Ooh.
Tall, powerful creature covered in very warm fur, and that is the size of something that could possibly be taken down. Aaron makes a sign, quick, almost hushed sound that wouldn't be heard by anything else, and Crane and Barum hear him.
No,
He signals
I
to
don't
the
make a
elk.
hush sound. I call to it.
You call to it?
I speak with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Not him using speak with animals to lure
So-
him in.
Distance away, the elk is already alerted and looking at you, and then you speak to it. What do you say,
Elkish.
Aaron? Elkish.
I look at the elk and I say, hey, you, what is your name?
The elk pauses and to regard you for a moment and says nothing.
I need you to come here. We are in great danger. We are trying to escape. We need your help.
Oh my god.
Make a persuasion check.
This is awful. This poor fucking elk, dude.
You, he's Got like his axe behind him.
This be.
Oh my god! This elk is like, sure, buddy.
Yeah, all right.
The
Oh,
elk
coming up.
keeps its distance, but says,
I love
I
helping
see your
new
friends.
Did he
Yes.
sound like Bullwinkle?
No.
Damn it!
I see your
Yes.
friends spread out before me. You do not seem to be running from anything.
Yes, we have injured members behind us. We need help. We need your help. You're the first creature we've come across.
How would an elk help you with your injured ones?
Because I'm a druid and I need your help. I need your eyes. I need your speed.
You are a druid.
Yes,
Prove it.
I'm speaking to you, aren't I?
That is true. You must know the language of claw.
Oh my
and tree,
god.
Yes?
Sadly, I was removed from my order and they stripped the knowledge from me.
Oh.
Why
That is
were you
why
removed
I-
from a druidic order. I have very little reason to trust you, but I see that you can speak with me.
He holds up his metal weapons. I enjoy the creations of intelligent beings far too much. I wanted to carry metal into battle and they would not let me.
I see. And what brings you and your friends to this mountain?
We are seeking something to help us defeat the lord of this land.
The elk slowly paces forward, closing the distance between you and him. He keeps his eye on the two others while he approaches. What do you do, Aaron?
How close is he?
How close do you want him to get before you do anything?
Once he's about 15 feet away, I need him to be 15 feet away.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He definitely gets that
Actually,
close.
I could be even 25 feet away.
Okay. He definitely gets at least that close, pacing slowly.
No, 15 feet. 15 feet is what I need.
Okay.
Right?
What do
Bro,
you
Hold on.
do?
I need to check something real quick.
I hate this!
Gwyn
Okay,
and Kel
yeah.
are like, "We feel a
15 feet away.
disturbance of the force."
Yeah.
I feel disturbed.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god.
Roll attacks. Roll attacks. How many do you get?
2. I technically up to 4 if I wanted to use a full round. If I
was
wanted
gonna
to
say,
do the
you
whole
might
bit.
want to. Because this first one's already.
He's
a
just
miss.
gonna machine gun Eldritch Blast
Uh-oh.
this deer. Dun, 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 dun.
He's gonna miss all of his fucking shit.
Keep
Watch.
going. Keep going. Oh, okay. Okay.
One hit.
That one hit. Does that one hit?
Check. I had it up, and then I saw you miss, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine." Yes.
Okay, so I'm yoinking it 10 feet closer to me
Okay. It gets
with
you on-
Grasp of Hadar. Alright, and then
it's
this
now
is the
within
last
5
one.
feet.
That one misses. Wow, I only got 1, but 1 is all I needed.
Well, you actually got 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, because the 10 hit as well.
Ah,
All right, go ahead and
alright.
roll damage.
So,
2 damages. Well. Yep. The elk trots in range, and as soon as you get that 15 foot, you've started to mark it in your mind when something is close enough to actually be compelled to move that closer to you with your Eldritch Blast. You pelt it, and 2 of the bolts go wide. You're almost too eager to hit it. But then, with a bellowing sound, the elk is hit by 2 of them, and you drag its lifeless body to you.
What the fuck? Run!
Ren looks over at the 2 who are with him. Oh, that was easier than I thought. This
From Crane
Train.
and Barham's perspective, you've been watching Crane going.
Crane's just going to look at Aaron and go.
And then the elk walked over.
Crane's just going to look at Aaron and go, I might have to learn this. Speak with animals.
Yeah, Bart was just like, that would have been so handy back in my youth.
Perhaps we could have gotten that rabbit a lot easier.
Back in my youth.
Back in my
I am
youth.
very glad that Gwyn did not come with us to see this.
Or Kel.
I kind of wish she had.
Wow.
Well, okay, yes, it would have been fun to watch her reaction, but on the other hand, it would have been annoying to hear her incessantly reminding me of this. Well, let's quickly butcher it and take it back.
Oh, don't worry. She's gonna incessantly remind you anyway.
You guys spend the remainder of your time, the remainder of your short rest, butchering the elk. Are you just trying to get the fur, the pelt, or are you trying to extricate meat as well? That will extend the time a little bit.
Well,
I
if
mean,
it's 3 of us working on it, I have 2
It's not
knives, so I
super
could
fast. Yeah.
I could lend a knife to somebody else if they need a dagger.
Yeah,
That's a
I
big
mean,
animal.
I say we, since there's 3 of
Got
us,
the
we
bag
go
of,
ahead
we've
and...
got the bag of holding. We might
Yeah,
as
and I
well
have
put
a
the
bag
meat
of-
in there.
So we could just slice it up slightly and shove it in the bag.
That is a good point. All right, so meat extraction and pelt extraction. The hide of the creature could definitely use some tanning and some curing, but as a stopgap measure, you managed to cut up some pieces of it to spread amongst your party members, and you think that you'll have enough for 4 of you as it stands. 2 of you might have to find alternate sources of warmth.
The furbolg will be fine, right?
Maybe.
I think so.
She's a furry lass.
She is covered in fur.
Yeah. She's a furry. Don't worry.
And
But
if
it
she
is-
gets
it is-
cold,
it
she
is
just
you
turns
and
into a
the-
bear.
Her fursuit be working.
It is you and the turtle I am most worried about as being cold-blooded creatures.
Turtle! You go back and Kel is just...
In the middle of his dance.
Yeah.
I don't handle the cold very well.
No, we go back and he's just in his shell hibernating somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's tucked in. All right, you guys, get the fur pieces, get the meat. Crane stuffs it all in his bag. Doesn't see a hand the whole time. He's not sure if that's worrisome or nothing to worry about at this point. But the 3 errant members return to the party and divvy out the pelt pieces. So some of you are now a little bit warmed, protected from the wind especially. You've got a fire and you've got food that you can make that night. So most things are falling into place. It now essentially leaves who is going to go without. Claudia sees the pelt situation and looks up to Gwyn. I don't think I can move yet. Do you think you could tuck me under your arm as a raven and carry me up the mountain?
Yeah. Sorry, that choked me up a little bit. Sad for a second.
I promise I'm super lightweight. I hate to be a burden, but just
No,
for today.
you don't need to worry about that. You really think I couldn't even carry you as your human form? Of course you can just tuck up under there. Under there. So Gwyn, can she just no, Gwyn's not gonna take a belt because everyone else needs it more. It's gonna say, she's gonna take her, because she has some armor that she doesn't wear, some cloth armor. Can she just kind of bundle it with Claudia
Wrap
under
it
her
up
arm?
on
Yeah.
Claudia and keep her warm beside you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit chilly for a furbolg, but furbolgs naturally live in mountainous terrain and are the children of giants and elves, and so if there's anybody who might stand a chance of withstanding it without extra protection, it might be Gwyn. Everybody else bundles up. It's time to depart. It has been an hour, maybe a little plus an hour with the time that it took to go get the elk. Noon is probably approaching, and everybody's still looking over their shoulder over to that bridge. And there's no movement yet, but you all feel certain that sense of impending doom. Any second now, people are going to start examining the bridge and find out that there were people along here.
Okay.
Is it time to go up the mountain?
I say we depart.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Up the mountain.
I say we go under it. Let us go through the mines of Moria.
Go through it.
There's another elk. Speak to it.
Mount
Get 'em.
Dacus. The path is not clear. It is covered in snow in most places. It is not kept at all. It looks like it has been centuries, likely, since any kind of force has moved along this road and kept it. Even the Vistani, those itinerant merchants that travel through Barovia, don't seem to have been along this road at all. There are no wagon ruts. There are no tracks of any kind of civilized creature going through here. And the animal life also disappears rapidly. Where it was relatively easy to find an elk or perhaps a bird, it begins to get sparser and trees disappear and the temperature drops. But what the road is clear in the sense that you always know there is a road. This is taking you somewhere. The border of Barovia, up Mount Gacchus, to this Temple of Secrets, to the Amber Temple. Are they one and the same place? Questions that are rattling around in your minds as you march upward. A few hours pass. Noon comes and goes, but the light in the sky, where in Barovia there is some sense of progression, the light seems to move from vaguely eastward to westward. Here, closer to the clouds, the light is just kind of blinding in all directions. The snow reflects what scant light does come through the clouds and just creates a vast field of white before you, broken only by a few boulders in places. Time becomes meaningless, and instead, the wear on your bodies becomes the major measurement of time, as it is all uphill. You are marching for hours at a time, trying to cover, at best guess, looking at your maps of Barovia, something like 5 to 10 miles in the next day or two, hoping to have enough supplies to last that long, and getting colder and colder and colder, and the exhaustion is starting to creep in, even now. Gwen, it seems that your cloth armor is helping. The little raven is staying warm. You see occasionally she droops or shivers a little bit, but with a couple flaps of her wings, you feel her as like a little warm bundle underneath your arm. At one point,
Oh, baby.
something shimmers in the snow before you, and I think Aaron is usually out front of the party, right? Or is it Gwen?
Either out. Well, it depends. Sometimes I'm out in the front, sometimes in the back.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is an Aaron turn, and Aaron spots it first. There's something that sparkles for a moment in the snow, and you think for a second maybe it's just some snow crystals, some glint, but you realize it's a weapon. Ancient steel, a sword poking out of the snow just a little bit.
On the path or off of it?
On the path.
Okay. He's going to go up to it and inspect why there's a weapon in the middle of the road.
Okay. You march forward, go right up to the weapon, and you see that the sword is attached to a skeletal hand. Unmoving, and you look and see that covered in snow is the body of a warrior. It is covered in some kind of steel armorings and looks very old and doesn't have anything else on it that really indicates what nationality it was from. It does appear to be a larger than normal human, though. It's a humanoid corpse, but it's more like Gwyn's size as a person. It's like a 7-8 foot tall skeleton that is clad in armor and had a sword, and the sword, because of how it is draped across the body, is poking up out of the snow a little bit. And looking around a little bit more, you can see other lumps along the path that must be other warriors.
I think there was a battle here. He looks for Crane.
All right, Crane, you're waved up on the line.
Can you bring him back to life? Or does he have to have flesh still upon him?
I can certainly try. Crane's going to
Okay. There it is. And in
All
this
of that.
case, you get a skeleton, right? Because bones.
Yes.
Yep, you can choose bones. Crane pauses for a second, and the air fills with that same odd stench. It's odd. It's not an outright rotting smell, but it gives the same electric feeling as like ozone to a normal person's sense of smell. And that feeling, that power of necromancy, of undeath entering the world becomes apparent. And the skeleton slowly rises out of the snow, cracking some ice that was holding it to the ground, and then stands upright. Easily as tall as Gwen, and quite intimidating looking because of its size and the heaviness of the plate that it was wearing. This was no... If these were foot soldiers, these would have been terrifying to behold in their prime, because they're not wearing just a chain or scale mail, something cheap. These are plate armor pieces draped down the front, and only the size of the strength of the spell and the size of the bones underneath are keeping it hoisted on this massive frame.
Big
The
boy.
skeleton's eyes has faint little light blue circles of light in its sockets to indicate that there's some activity going on in there.
You had some
Crane's
single
going to look
brain
up.
Arun gives the Obama impressed.gif look.
Nice.
I don't very much like looking up to you right now. Neil.
The skeleton drags its sword down and chunks it in the snow, and then leans its frame down into the snow and kneels before Crane.
Now tell us, what happened here? Do you remember anything?
The skeleton slowly straightens its head and looks about.
My king. My king. Where is my king? My king led us here. We fought the count. We failed.
Perhaps we should find the king and find it and see if he's around here among the corpses.
Kavan. Where is Kavan?
Skeleton continues to look left and right around it.
Oh shit. Gwen's gonna run up to the skeleton. Unfortunately for her, she's gonna be a little disgusted by it, but it's fine. Did he say Kavan, Crane? Kavan?
Kavan?
Did he say come on?
Did he say Kavan? Tell me.
He did.
Okay, that's where I got that spear from. Remember? The one that supposedly made me attack Iran, though that has no evidence.
What is that spear, by the way?
I still have it,
Oh, okay.
She still does.
but his grave was, I guess, where the, what's the fuck? Lich? Where the Lich tried to speak to me.
Show him the spear. See if he recognizes it.
The skeleton?
Yeah.
Yes, the skeleton. What else would we be showing it? The
No,
stones?
no.
Gwen is gonna take the spear from behind her back. I'm guessing that's where it is. And yeah, kind of just like hold
Display
it up.
it.
Yeah.
The
to
skeleton is looking back and forth, and as Gwen reaches for the weapon and displays it, the skeleton stops and stares at it, and then looks up and sees Gwen's face.
Gwen's like, as always.
That is the king's spear. But you are not the king.
I'm not.
Then he is slain.
I'm sorry.
Crane's going to look at him and say, "It appears so. I may have his skull with me.
fucking non-empathetic ass bitch.
Wait. You know necromancy. If we switch the skull of the king with the skull of this person, would it give us a new mind? Could you pop off his skull and put the other skull on? Does it work that way?
I don't think it works that way.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you know something about it.
Me, like,
But
does
maybe
it
we
work?
haven't.
You could reanimate the skull.
Just the skull.
Okay.
Ooh.
Big.
Necromancy's a little bit tricky. Pulling the right soul out. There's an issue here where this skeleton makes a good vessel for something that you've pulled into its new unlife and put it into your will. And most of the time, if you're in the place where the body died, you get lucky and you get that spirit. But given that this thing is surrounded by other creatures, the essence of necromancy is such that you've resurrected this creature, but you're not sure which of these warriors actually inhabits this body. And even if you perform a necromancy animate dead on a creature in a place where it died, you might pick up a stray spirit, which is how you get stories of necromancers that end up killing themselves because they get a demon in a body and it ends up running amok. Of course, good necromancers don't do that, and you like to think you're at least that good. But if you wanted to speak to something beyond just its last few moments and get some more insight from it, the spell that you would want is something called Speak with Dead, which is a higher tier necromancy and often very difficult for necromancers to perform. With Animate Dead, you're only going to get, like most of these zombies, a few snippets from just before they perished, and that's all they bring with them, which is why you couldn't like sit there and talk to your zombies and figure out everything that the druids were doing, because of course, being Crane, you probably already tried something like that. But basically all they know is, oops, I died and now I serve this guy, and that's my essence.
Unfortunately, it does not seem as though it will be that simple.
That is unfortunate. However, there are many bodies here. How many of these skeletons could you raise?
Unfortunately, not all of them. Unless we were to sit here a while. Crane's going to look over, though, at one of the other skeletons near him and go, but I can animate one more.
Do you do it?
Yes.
All right. Another skeleton with a crackling sound of shattering ice emerges from the snow and dusts itself off.
There.
Two skeletal warriors and one headless zombie. The headless zombie looks very impressed.
I would like to talk to the skeletons.
Okay. You can try.
Showing the spear still, so that she may have some authority. In some way, at least. I have the spear now, respect me. Gwen's gonna be like, who was Kavan to you?
The two skeletons speak almost in unison. It's such a powerful feeling they must have had upon the brink of death. And they both just say, the king, the king, the king.
The king of what?
The king of our tribe.
Your tribe.
The king of our people.
He was a druid. Barovia.
No, he was our king.
He was the king.
King of Barovia. Okay, thank you.
No more questions at this time, please. The defense
No more
rests.
questions.
No.
Yes. Indeed.
All right, two skeletons have joined your party. Is it time to press forward? The night is drawing on, and you are no closer to finding this temple.
I'm gonna quickly go and see if I can loot a sword off of one of the other bodies.
Okay. Finding a sword is relatively simple. Many of these warriors were armed with either a bow, what appeared to be some kind of longbow. Well, it might have been a short bow to them, but it's a longbow to a normal human. And long swords, hand-and-a-half style swords. Quite hefty and heavy.
Are they magical or silvered?
There doesn't appear
Sorry.
to be any magical or silver weapons here.
The note taker
They're
of the
all
club.
heavy. They're all decent quality steel, but nothing actually magic.
He'll take one and put it on his back anyways.
Okay. Take one of the heavy.
A fighter can never have too many weapons.
Right? You can throw it. It comes down to it.
Yeah.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything in particular? Okay. The party continues their march up Mount Cactus.
Check on the Raven.
Little
girl.
Raven is a little shivery, but she flaps her little wings every now and again, and it seems to get the blood pumping again.
Good. Poor little baby. So cute.
Hours pass. The battlefield gets left behind. The two skeletons trudging up add to the footfalls, the number of your party that are going up this hill. As time goes on, the wind becomes more sheer. It starts raking across the landscape, stealing what little heat you have. But thankfully, those elk pelts are at least going to keep your lot moving. But it reaches a point where the sun begins to set, and you all feel extremely exhausted. It's not quite full night yet, but the toll on your bodies is now becoming the primary thing stopping you for now. And it occurs to most of you that now would be a good time to get the fire going before night has hit. There's a small alcove. There's a point where a boulder is stuck out of the mountain like this and leaves a small enclave at the bottom. It's not going to provide much protection from the wind, but if you build the fire in there and perhaps huddle around it, you would be able to block the wind with your bodies and warm yourselves by the fire and get some kind of night's rest out of this before you continue up the mountain. Given the distance on your maps and the way that the road has taken so far, it's going to take at least one more day of travel to bring you up to the temple itself, if it does indeed exist, and this isn't all just a wild goose chase. The sheer emptiness of the mountain, the lack of any kind of creatures, the fog closing around you and blocking all view of Barovia. You can't even see. You were hoping maybe get up above the clouds, get a view of Valaki maybe in the distance, see the Svalage woods around you. No, it's all just grayness around you and white snow and the occasional rocks tumbling underneath your feet. Do you decide to pitch camp, I'm assuming? Okay.
Yes. Gwen is gonna turn to Barum with
Turn into Barum?
No, turn
Interesting.
to Barum.
I got
That's
it.
new.
With little Raven baby under her arm and be like, Barum, you grabbed that wood, right?
Yeah.
It's been slung.
Yeah.
Kevin Barum has the furniture pieces slung over their backs.
I have a tinderbox if we can make a fire with that.
Yeah, sure. So Barum goes about starting to set up a fire.
Okay.
Gwen is gonna take the tinderbox out, but she's gonna like let them do their thing because she wants to keep little baby be as close as possible.
Sun begins to set, but in the meanwhile, the party sets their dried wood that they have collected down and create a little fire, clearing away as much snow as possible, revealing the rock beneath, and huddled around this little fire as the night begins to close around you. You feel the icy chill start to set in. The wind howls over the top of the rock above you. But the five of you feel like you might have a chance at this. You know, your little raven friend, Claudia, you set her in front of you so she's closer to the fire and she ends up perking right up. Very grateful that she still manages to be warm with the cloth robe around her, the armor that Gwyn wants to use. Gwyn is a little chilly at this point, even given the furbulgness, but the fire makes it where at least you won't perish in the night, you hope.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's still an option.
God, great.
But the five of you are gathered around a blazing fire, with that being the only light around here. And it falls now. Let me see if I can find it.
Indeed, that is what we do in this campaign. We use things.
Just the howling of the wind and the gentle falling of snow around you is all you have for company. At this point, it's basically time for a rest, but is anybody in particular taking watch, or is anybody doing anything in particular
Gwyn will
here
take
while they're huddled
watch.
around the fire? Gwyn is taking first watch, okay.
Because she wants to make sure Claudia's okay,
The
too.
skeletons and zombie are also
just-
going to take watch.
Okay.
Arona's going to
Kind of
indicate that
station them at the front.
The skeletons make for really intimidating sentries, and then the zombie is still doing his old periscope trick, trying to use his head to look around the vicinity.
Love that.
Nice. That's what we want.
Arona's just simply going to indicate to Gwyn that she only needs to watch for 4 hours, and that'll be enough for him, and he can watch the rest of the night.
Okay.
Sick.
Anybody else doing
Just
anything in particular,
elf
or
things.
just trying to get rest?
Crane's just going to try to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Crane, you think back on that book and the secrets that it had, and you think to yourself, man, it'd be really great to have some kind of material to cross-reference this with. I couldn't read any of the books that Aaron has picked up, but I wonder if there were any other books that the party picked up that might relate to necromancy.
It would be strange that you would say that, considering I also looked at my inventory and remembered the books that Crane had found. Well, actually, that Andrel had found and given to Crane. So before he drifts off to sleep, he is going to read one of them.
Okay.
Or attempt to study one.
You pull out the books and look through them, and you know, a few of them you had gotten from the Death House escapade where Mithras had sadly fallen. But there's another one here that you don't remember picking up. A black leather-bound volume that is penned by one Strahd von Zarovich. Tiny face screws.
Please no.
The Tome of Strahd.
Oh. Is that the music that's making that whoa 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 whoa?
I think so.
sound? Oh, okay.
It's more of a void ambience now.
Yeah. He's definitely going to find this interesting.
Okay. Do you pop it open?
Of course, his curiosity can't keep him from opening that book.
Okay. You pop the book open, and written in common is the story of Strahd, which we've already posted in the Port Bluff Buffs on our Discord. So you're now up to speed on the whole, my brother fell in love with this woman, but oh, she was meant for me. And to you, you've already put a lot of those feelings aside. This all reads like, you know, the typical hubris of someone who really wanted something, latched onto some frail human emotion and turned it into their whole life, and then made a pact that ended up putting them in a bad position with the powers that be. Because, you know, even necromancers got to be making pacts, but this guy clearly was arguing from a position of low authority and power. He gave it all up to have a chance with this woman, really? And it all seems so dull and dreary to you. But then the rest of the book is very interesting, because it's not written in an ordinary language. It's something you understand. The rest of the party, when they tried to read it, couldn't understand it, because it's not written in an ordinary language. It's the language of wizards when they write spell books, and they try to conceal their methods from others. They use a kind of shorthand in order to tell you the motions or the words that must be spoken. And unfortunately, reading it, you can't necessarily decipher it immediately. You're not just sitting there reading and going, oh, it's this word or this phrase. But you get the shorthand. You understand the foundation of this language enough that with enough study, you could pull some spells from this if you wanted. And as you do start to piece together the language, a voice speaks to you. Techbug, are you up to doing this? Remember, this is not crazy Strahd. You don't have to go nuts.
Pulsing.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll do. I can do
This is,
regular.
this is
Strahd.
gentle. Gentle.
Mhm.
Gentle Strahd.
Calm.
I forgot I'm actually on my deep voice one the whole time anyway.
He's already prepared for this.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we at?
From your perspective,
Mhm.
you remember what we had discussed about what this is, right? So,
Yeah.
from your perspective, this odd tiefling, because you understand the race at least, has opened the book and has started to peruse it, and might want your help in understanding a little bit of the push and pull that necromancy and vampirism in particular has on a young pupil of magic.
Mm-hmm.
The give and take.
I'll add some descriptors to it. As you start to flip through the pages, you notice that some of the edges of them are stiff, and you seem to have cuts that start to appear on your hands from paper cuts. They seem like just paper cuts at first, but they start to bleed like a little teeny bit with more intensity every page that you turn. You can hear what sounds like Strahd to you, but you can't tell if it's emanating. If you're gonna have to guess, you would say the sources of the book, but you don't see anything. Like there's obviously no speaker or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be any sort of telekinetic spell cast on it necessarily. It just seems like the words are able to speak to you, and maybe it's through the little bits of paper cuts that have been appearing on your hands as you toss through the book. But it seems like you're able to see see the words come to life and kind of speak into the back of your head a little bit. And you can roughly feel something kind of penetrating your thoughts a little bit too. And you just hear sort of in the background, just for a woman, huh? Well, he doesn't know what power lies before him yet. He's still got a long way to go. I'll say that.
Hmm?
I'll say that.
I was about to say Froggy, you're muted.
Okay.
It is on.
Looking
I am
at
done.
He's like, did I do good?
Strahd be out here.
Crane's just going to kind of look at his hands as he's looking at the book and kind of studying or looking at the pages and kind of perusing. Of course, remembering what happened the last time he crossed paths with a powerful being of necromancy and how he was definitely shorted on that deal.
It's time for my face.
And he's just going to cautiously kind of observe the book, but also not delve too deep into it right away.
Okay. The pages continue to redden around the corners, just faintly. Just faintly. Enough that anybody looking at you is just seeing you kind of flip through the pages idly and studying. Everybody else is trying to tuck in and get some rest. Aaron enters his meditative space. Hours begin to pass. You guys add pieces of wood to the fire in order to keep it going. The weather, thankfully, doesn't turn in the middle of the night, although the stars and the moon are completely obscured by the storm that rages overhead. Not really a storm, but the snow is ever present, it seems. It just keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming all through the night. And you end up having to shovel some snow out of the way, kind of dig yourselves out of a space as the snow drift from the top of the rock comes down upon your heads. But thankfully, the fire is doing a decent enough job to keep everyone warm. And the first shift, or as best you can tell, the first 4 hours-ish ends. Aaron is now ready to go and takes over for Gwyn. Gwyn is now able to start resting. As you do, Barum stirs a little bit and is able to open one eye and see something in the fog.
Oh.
A little beady pair of red eyes peering at you from the mist.
Oh my god, it's haunting me now.
Oh no.
Oh, it got dark.
A bitch back.
Barum is going to like sit up extremely quickly and just like
Stir some
stare
snow
at
around
it.
you. It's definitely a black rabbit, and it's just kind of maybe 40, 50 feet away, barely on the edge of visibility in the snowbank, and looking out at you. And it's a little larger than the other rabbits. Now that you're actually kind of waking yourself up a little bit and getting a hold of the situation, it's not horrendously large, but it's like this rabbit is like the size of a dog now.
Oh god, that is a big rabbit.
Yeah, it's a big rabbit.
Plenty of meat.
And it just stares at you with the red eyes that you can't tell. Are they glowing a little bit, or is it just like weird snow reflection? Is it the light of the fire? What's going on?
Nope.
And it just stares at you.
Not trusting that.
Is
one
there
bit.
anybody who's sleeping right next to me? Who's next to me right now?
I guess that really depends on you guys. What order do you sleep in?
Who's sleeping next to me right now?
Knowing Barum, I would probably say you have Kel on one hand and
Yeah.
Crane on the other. Usually.
Yeah.
Barum.
And Gwyn is opposite the fire from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, probably not Gwen.
Probably not Gwen.
Crane is going to be closer, make sure that he's in between Barum and Aaron. So that way he has some sort of stopgap between him
Barum,
and Ruin.
Kel, Crane, Aaron, Gwyn.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it always goes. And then Claudia,
Okay.
bedding down with a little
So
raven
Barum,
next to-
he's sat up and is just staring at this rabbit, and he's going to like hit both the people who are next to him and just like keep hitting them until they wake up.
Crane was not really even asleep. He was still poring over this book and seemed really interested in it, but you rouse him from that concentration completely.
What?
Barum just like points at it. It's like, it's mocking me. It's mocking me. Do you see it?
Going to take notice of what's going on.
Do you see how big that motherfucker is?
Oh my god.
Crane's just going to look at it and go, I bet the hand in the bag would really love those rabbit feet.
Hand
Should
touch
I-
feet fetish.
Wait, do we see the rabbit?
Aaron, you notice Barum punch two of your party members like in a rousing kind of way and point in the snow, and you peer out there, and
Aaron, what do your
Yeah,
elf eyes see?
yeah. there's a little bitty, there's a
Tell
little
us
bitty
what your
black rabbit
elf
out there.
eyes sees.
Wait, there is.
Little
They
black
don't
rabbit.
see one?
He sees a black rabbit.
Oh, he does.
Should I
Gwen's
should I do what
dead
I
to the
did
world.
should I do what I did earlier?
But do you remember what happened with the last two black rabbits?
Yeah.
They don't die, do they?
Well, they died. Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead. That's a big rabbit.
Hey, that's not a big
Third
rabbit,
time
that's a
official.
little rabbit.
What? No, it's huge. It's like the size of a dog.
To you, Aaron,
It's
it
a-
looks like a little rabbit.
It's a normal sized black rabbit.
What kind of rabbits do you have back home?
Ooh, I
The
see what's
regular
going on.
kind?
That is a giant rabbit. That is like 5 times as big as the ones we found earlier.
Why has nobody said the words
Fine.
Chungus yet?
Come here, rabbit. Come
Are you
here to our
Are
fire.
you speaking with animals? Okay. You speak with
Yeah.
animals, and everybody else hears Aaron, and the rabbit doesn't move. And doesn't speak.
Eh, he's not listening to me.
Oh, he's a spooky buddy.
Spooky
I
buddy.
could try.
Spooky buddy.
I could try to yank him over here, but I don't. He's just a little too far to make it so that we could ambush him if I yank him over here.
Why is he just staring at us? Try talking to it again.
About half. I will try. He's not listening. Come here, little rabbit. I know you want to come by our fire. It is nice and warm.
He doesn't.
Gwen, be useful.
Gwen just fell
dead
asleep. I was about to say Gwen took first watch and is very asleep. You could try to rouse her. You could like punch her awake, but she's like conked out.
Barum takes one of the extra pieces of like firewood he has
Oh
and
my
chucks
God.
it at her head.
Boonk. Gwen, you wake up.
Bar, what the hell did you just do?
Talk to the rabbit. Get it to come over here. You're good with animals.
Quinn's like half asleep. Her eyes are like, what rabbit are you looking at?
The giant one over there.
Giant
You-
one.
Rub the sleep out
Yeah.
of your eyes, and finally, once your vision clears, you are so tired. First of all, you are going to be so sore in
Right.
the
I'm
morning. And you look out,
like,
and you see just a little black rabbit. It's barely distinguishable, but only as like a shadow being cast against the fire, the light of the fire.
Barum, what are you talking about? That's just another one of those black rabbits.
It's giant though. And it's
No,
just
it's the
staring.
same size.
No, it's not. It's huge. It's like the size of a dog. What is wrong with all you guys? My God, you're too tired. Never mind. Go back to sleep. You're useless.
Okay, thanks. Ben's gonna go back to sleep. She's too
She's mad
tired.
about being insulted.
Yeah, she's too tired to do anything.
Can't do it. Can't do it right now.
Passes out.
All right.
Dead.
What do you guys do?
Barum is going to kind of get up into like a crouching position, and he's gonna grab his crossbow. He's not like going to shoot it, but he's kind of actually weary of this rabbit. He's kind of scared of it.
Dog rabbit.
You guys have fought CR6 creatures, and it's like, oh god.
And he's going to like
She's
start
slightly
like
large.
creeping up to it because
Okay.
he's like, maybe I can scare it away.
Once you put the crossbow in your hand and take the first step forward, the rabbit jumps one hop back
Hmm.
It's a feisty one.
and then watches you.
Barum
Barum,
takes another step.
Barum,
The
I
rabbit
really
hops
think you
one
should
step.
rest. You should really rest. Just let the rabbit go. We
Maybe
have
it
plenty
wants
of
me to follow it.
we have plenty of
Crane's
elk
going
meat.
to
This
look
is-
over at Barb and be like, "Don't be like Gwen. Go back to sleep."
Hey, I'm still here.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess you're
still
right. Barum goes
standing.
back to his cot and puts it down and kind of like
The
All it
rabbit
takes is saying,
two
"Don't be like
hops
Gwen."
forward to match your approach back to the fire.
Did you guys see that?
Perhaps if you keep walking backwards away from it, it will just jump right into our camp.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Barum gets back up and like walks further
No.
away.
Of course.
So away from the rabbit,
Yes.
right? But trying to lead the rabbit into
Through the
fire,
camp,
more or less.
yes.
The rabbit hops in a circle
Ooh,
around the fire,
it's
trying
Trixie.
to like follow you.
Seems to be far more
This is
clever than
too-
we thought.
Ah,
Just
This
return
is
to your
too-
bed. If
too
it's still
much-
in the
too
morning,
much
there in
effort.
the morning, we'll kill it.
alright. So Barum's gonna go back
We'll
to his
just kill
bed.
it.
Farm walks back to his spot. It's gotten cold again, dadgummit. But the rabbit also hops back to its original spot and just keeps staring at you. And it's positioned such that your back, if you want to face the fire, is to the rabbit. So you can kind of make the decision to turn and have your back to the fire and look at the rabbit if you want, just to keep an eye on it, but it just stays there staring at you.
Barum is going to like move to the opposite side of the fire so that way he can keep his tummy warm and keep an eye on it. So I guess
Okay.
moving over toward, like, next to Gwen.
Okay.
Because at this point, he'd rather sleep next to Gwen than have this creepy rabbit watch his back.
Black rabbit
The
murders.
lesser of two evils.
Yes, exactly.
The night goes on.
Rabbit's scarier than
And-
Gwen.
Hours pass. Rex, you already took your long rest, right?
Yep,
You can hit the button.
I did.
Everybody else can
Oh,
go
I
ahead
need
and
to
hit the
hit
button
long
too.
rest.
Yeah, go ahead and hit your long rest button. Get your spells back. Get your HP back. The hours continue to pass.
Yay.
And daylight is just about to hit. You can just tell that the light, that the darkness has lost its totality, and the sky is beginning to gray a little bit, and the exhaustion has left your bodies, and you're also already almost out of wood supply, as the fire has burned through the night and kept you all alive. And the rabbit begins to thump. It's a very faint sound, but it's tapping very vigorously from 50 feet away, but it still just barely reaches you as a little thumping. And then the ice underneath it begins to crack.
Bitch.
Barum
The cracks begin to
sits up.
shoot forward
Oh my
and go
god.
underneath the party, and all of a sudden, with an earth-shattering, tremendous roar, the shelf that you're sitting on gives way.
Oh my god.
Darkness
Oop, he's gone.
takes most of you. As the light disappears, the fire is scattered,
Have
and a
something
shelf
for
full
this.
of stone and ice falls down to the earth and takes you with it.
I have something
What
for
do you have?
this.
I do
Control water.
Okay, what are you
I
attempting
have-
to do with control water?
two.
I'm going to hold the ice in its position, at least around me, because it's. I don't have the
At
spell. 'cause
least
it's one-
around me.
I'm gonna cast Featherfall.
Okay. All right. Who do you choose?
Obviously
As
myself.
many as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, myself.
Everybody but the raven.
Myself, Kel, Crane. I guess Gwen.
I was about
to say,
I guess, Gwen.
All right.
I guess.
Everybody
So,
but the
yeah.
raven, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Instead of being caught in the avalanche and being mostly crushed, Barum, thinking quickly, casts the spell, and you all drift down, hearing the crashing of the stones beneath you as it all starts to ricochet and break apart on something below you. And you all
my God.
drift down onto the pile of rocks below. The snow settles, the dust clears, and the five of you can see a passageway.
Tap, 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 tap.
Ooh, a passageway.
A
And
passageway.
you wanted to
Oh.
kill the rabbit.
So did you.
I was just saying it was helpful.
Oh.
Crane sitting there looking at everything and being disturbed from his sleep. I still want to kill the rabbit.
You guys all landed in various positions. You know,
Gwen's
Featherfall
like-
slowed your fall, but you all landed like in odd places akimbo. Some of you were roused from sleep by feather falling gently onto these rocks.
Gwen's like strewn across some rocks somewhere.
What happened to Claudia?
Guys,
Claudia
what
is
happened?
gripped with Gwyn because reflexively, Gwyn grabbed onto her in the bundle.
Accurate.
But there's now cawing sounds as the raven is very confused about what's going on. There's a light in the tunnel. It's getting brighter. total silence as nobody does anything.
We're all just
We all
waiting
just
for
stare.
The light brightens
like-
and brightens.
I'm sitting here. I was
Where are
expecting you to
my
say, and that's
skeletons
where
and
we'll
the
pick up
zombie?
next week.
Your skeletons and zombies didn't get featherfalled. So you see some of them.
R.I.P.
One of the skeletons you can see is moving a boulder aside and extricating itself. The zombie is still upstairs. And you can
course.
see him holding his head over the hole, going, Master! From like super far away. The second skeleton, you can feel its presence somewhere. You haven't lost your grip on it, but it might be a little more buried.
Oh.
The light gets brighter and brighter. And then, emerging from the small chamber next to the cave-in, a little skull lit with blue flame appears.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It comes out, and it floats around, and it makes contact between all of you on the rock. And it goes... And it disappears back down the hall.
Gwen's like gripping Claudia like this because she knows that's what fucking killed her or almost killed her. Okay, Gwen's gonna like stir herself awake now. She's like full on like what the fuck. Guys, where in the world are we? What happened?
It was a stupid black rabbit.
What do you mean the black rabbit?
Crane's just going to
Wait.
ignore Gwen's questions. Start looking for the other skeleton. And you, get down here.
You
Going to
really think we
attempt
have
to
time to
yank
look for
the
your
skull?
skeleton?
Start climbing. I don't care.
What did you say, Aaron?
I'm going to attempt to Eldritch Blast the skull
The
and yank
skull
it backwards.
Oh, fuck.
disappears around the corner before you can even get a blast off to even try to hit it with it.
Okay.
Nothing to yank.
Yoink it. You've been
It's too quick.
There's another one of those? Could it be also a priest? Or whatever. that
matter?
was? Does it matter?
Does
Yeah, the one before it almost killed Claudia.
Master!
Almost,
do I
it
get
did kill
down there?
Claudia. I watched Claudia's soul go back into her body before I could harvest it.
Even
Could I
more of a
fling
reason, and you
myself,
better not talk about
Master?
harvesting her soul!
You would only be a smudge if you flung yourself. Does anyone have some rope?
I have 100 feet of rope.
Crane, you look down to start examining, and you notice next to you in the snow, a circle is being traced in flame.
Everyone get out of the circle.
But he backs up, and a
Yeah, Gwen's
small flaming circle begins to arc, as if traced by an invisible finger, around 6 feet in diameter or so. It finishes, and then more tendrils of smoke emerge from the snow in the field next to you, and carve runes into the earth. It pauses for a moment, and then there's a column of flame, and a figure stands in the circle as the flame subsides. Skeletal, wreathed in golden and fine silks. A blue-greenish fire emanates from his skull, and that smell associated with necromancy at this point by the whole party, that ozone-y stench, becomes overpowering. This creature reeks of powerful magic. The air crackles around him. He gently closes the book that he was holding, places it beside his robes. What brings you to my humble abode? The realm of the Lich Exithanter.
Oh no.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh shit! Another fucking glitch!
Crane getting the goosey bumps like yes.
Yeah.
I sense the power. Crane looking at that
Hang
book.
on, note.
Gwen Trauma Night.
Queen drama. Hey, at least this time she managed
How
to
dare
save
you.
a NPC party member.
Yeah, thank God I actually saved her.
That's the name. Don't wear it out.
I was like, my poor little child that Gwen has adopted already.
Roasted. Boom roasted.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, we shut off the weird ambiance. I hope you guys enjoyed that session.
Can you spell the
Yeah.
delicious
A lot
name
of
for
fun.
me?
I did in the
Did.
chat.
He
Oh,
did.
thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was looking at the thing.
I'm very excited for next week. We are still on for next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
So,
as far as I know.
We're still on for next week. We do know for a fact that the week after we will be taking off.
Yes.
So that is we said the 24th?
Yeah.
24th.
Yes.
Tuesday, the 24th of August, we will be taking off, so there will be no session,
No
but we do plan to be
session.
here next week, next Tuesday.
Yes.
Congrats to Luna for winning the giveaway. If you guys catch this later on the YouTube, for the next week from the 11th to, what is next week? 17th? Yeah, 17th. We will be having that meme contest. So please submit your memes in our DMD meme submissions channel in the Discord for a chance to win an emote that we will add of your
Emote!
choice to the Discord. We will have a giveaway next week as well. But those of you who joined us, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Bye.
see you later.
Bye.